What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tahir Moore, and this is another episode of Damn Internet, You're Scary. Come in high. I saw Brennon jump a little bit. He wasn't ready for that type of energy right there.
I was not.
I was
not ready.
Little scary ass. Check his jaws. He probably moist as shit. He wasn't ready for a real nigga to the room. Why do we do that? Why do we instantly go to making someone soft when they jump?
Immediately, I'm just like, yo, this Negro loud. You went to an 11.
I did.
You were like a 6 and went to an 11. You're like, oh wow, made you jump. I'm like, well, you know,
I beat you to it, Brennan.
You just mad I have good survival instincts.
You do not have good.
See, we always go. It's either you're a strong survivalist or you just scared.
Yeah. Let's everybody raise their hands who survived in the jungle. Cool, just making sure.
Concrete jungle?
In the jungle?
Yeah,
I'm from Jamaica, bro.
Concrete
Okay, well,
jungle,
I mean, I was in the Amazon for like 2 months.
I
so.
stayed in the
got no
jungle.
tip with
I
the
stayed
five,
in the jungles when I first moved here. So
You mean in L.A.?
LA
The
jungles.
jungles?
Man,
Yeah.
I'm from
Okay.
UCLA, man. University of Corner Lenox Avenue.
Wow.
we got a fantastic show for you guys right now, ladies and gentlemen. Some amazing guests in the house. And first off, I'm going to let this guy introduce him, then I'm going to reintroduce him.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Pat Cloud couldn't make it today, so I'm his stand-in, Fat Cloud.
Look at the bud. It's the bud.
The bun and the stare with the glasses, though.
Yeah. So let's talk about like aliens and like oat milk and stuff like that. And like,
I hope Pat is watching.
I hope so too.
It's so good.
I pray.
When he did that, I was like, oh, you running that shit back.
Oh, yeah.
You running that back.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brother really needs no introduction. I mean, when you getting invited to the BET Awards, you on. You know what I'm saying? You're doing promos with Kev on Stage Studios, card service, you know, all black, wilding out, Mr. Wilding Out. They used to call him Emmanuel Hudson's stunt double.
Yeah.
Now he's on there working with Emmanuel
Yeah.
Hudson, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the voice connoisseur, okay? the character creator himself, okay? The ventriloquist. I can't think of another adjective.
Yeah, you were
I got one for you.
Give me one.
Mr. That's Cap.
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, back to the show, but for the first time in person, Mr. C. King.
More fire.
More fire.
You don't know.
Boy, T-boy.
That's messed up.
That's the worst Jamaican
That's the
thing.
worst.
He's Jamaican.
Okay,
right?
wait.
Could not have said that.
Let me try it again. Let me try it.
Hey, don't, no, as long as you don't come to me and say the same
okay.
thing. We
Okay.
good, bro.
Bruh.
Don't come to me and say
Okay,
the
here we
same
go.
thing. Show's over.
All right, here we go. Walk one, the other Sean the Monk.
Man.
Boy, they come in there, the blacks, God, the man, more fire.
Say pulo.
How was that? Was that better?
I'm not talking to you.
Rice and peas.
That was amazing.
Rice and peas. When you don't know any other Jamaican thing to say,
Rice and peas.
just say rice and peas.
No, guy, go to the rice and peas.
And everybody will get it.
Yeah, okay, well, fuck it. All right, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got C King in the building. Next up, we got Mr. Producer Face online. He is one of the
It's my old
owners
Instagram name.
of Transit before we merged and created this amazing new thing called Kev on Stage Studios. And also, we got another word for it too. What's the other name?
For what?
The studio. It was something.
Streaming service?
No.
Production house.
What was it called? There was another name too.
Oh, this is interesting.
Dope Synergy.
Oh,
Dope
okay. I'm
Synergy
sorry. I
as
thought you were
well.
about to disrespect me. That's what I
No,
thought.
no.
I was like, I don't know. Don't say
He
it.
was
Don't do it.
bracing himself.
You know I'm big on
You are
intros.
good. You are good
I'm
on
big
intros.
on
You are
intros.
good
I
on
would
As
never
a
disrespect you with
survivalist,
intros.
he was
Okay.
bracing himself.
Yeah,
I
he
was.
hiding in the bushes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is a business owner. He is a producer, director. He is a master director. We've done some shoots in like Alaska, and I don't even know how you prep for something like this, but this brother had everything together. He is business first, but an amazing friend, outstanding from the beautiful state of Michigan. Not only that, fun fact about this brother, he is also a certified drone pilot. And let me tell you something, those drone shots aren't cheap. So this brother right here is in his goddamn bag. Please put your hands together right now. Welcome back to the show, Mr. Brennon Edwards.
You
up,
should
brother?
just
Hey,
have
man.
like a whole thing of Tahir more. Not Tahir. What's his name? Tony Baker's like sound bites. Because
just
I
have
would
to
just
press
right
play.
there. I would just push. I never knew.
That's not a bad. We got you today. We don't need it.
I never knew.
So
I like how he hits the button.
the only
while he's
comment
doing
that
it,
the
too.
only comment I have is that y'all didn't give me the memo that I was supposed to wear sunglasses. Other than that, like I'm happy to be here.
Got your
Look, the
pack.
only reason I
We got
took
your
the-
pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
But
let's
see,
do
you wear
it.
real
Thank you.
glasses, so you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't really need them like that.
Okay.
If you don't need them now, this is a perfect
All
time.
right, well, let's
Let me
do it
just join
then.
the
There it
team
is,
right
right
here.
there.
Here we
He
go.
is
There it
Stevie
Tune
Wonder.
in.
Right,
Ooh.
here we go. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
got-
look at the
Ooh.
swag.
Yeah, you
You
changed.
actually look
Joe.
pretty good on you.
Oh, I
You
thank
do kinda
you.
look like Joe. Yeah.
You look like Joe.
That Joe video was so wild because he's walking down the street with his homeboys and the girl gets in an argument. The guy storms off, and the first thing he does is walk in the alley like, yo, I saw your man cheating. Like, get the fuck out the alley. You know how creepy it is to start hollering at somebody after their man stormed off in the alley?
Bruh.
It's creepy, Joe. R&B made no sense back in the day.
She's
So
so
entertaining.
defenseless if you
So
follow her
entertaining.
into an
Especially
alley.
LL Cool J. LL Cool J was licking chocolate syrup off of somebody's leg. That is
Bruh.
unhinged behavior.
That is great.
But it's entertaining. Absolutely
No,
entertaining.
I don't know
Bruh.
why you. I don't know why you're rejecting this.
No, are you talking just the licking or the alley?
Wow.
I'm talking all of it, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Again,
Look
I'm
at
old.
the
Look at my
alley.
chin, man. Look at
This-
the chin.
this-
Look at my chin. All of it. I'm down for all of that.
This
I
is
did-
about to be a
I did
different
all
type
of
of show.
those
We're going to
things.
dip into that.
Yep,
but
we are.
we're going to keep it going right
There's
now.
no way we not.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, this brother is a master editor. Okay, he is a director, producer. He can do cinematography if you need him to. He's a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? His nickname online should be Swiss Army knife, because he can do it all. That's y'all told
Swiss-
me.
Swiss
Why
Army
is
man.
nobody
Yeah.
racing? You know my.
I'm just making sure, man.
You
Ladies
feel
and
me?
gentlemen,
That's scary, right?
this brother literally can do damn near any and everything. He's a Jamaican, you know,
You
That's
see- you
why.
see here
That's
from
comes-
the
why.
island,
That's why.
out of the
This is
D.C. area.
Yes.
Okay, and
Okay,
now
that's
out here
fair.
in L.A. living his dreams. When I met him, he was editing on featured films, and he actually edited my very first comedy special.
Yep,
I
I
filmed
did
it in
do
St.
that.
Louis. He brought the sound up. He did the color correction. He edited everything. It was amazing. I think it was 3 or 4 cameras, three
Yep.
cameras, and that was what I was selling online, man. So, ladies and gentlemen. You want all 3? Or do you
Yeah,
want one?
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Mark Watson Wesley.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare. You see, I knew you was going to do
Yo.
it, bro.
He did his best. He did his best. He gave
do
he
it.
gave 110%
Listen,
effort on
Mark
that.
Wesley Watson.
No, I'm not even gonna. No applause.
Mark Watson.
Don't applause. Don't nobody say nothing.
I don't call
I'm
you
telling
all
this
3.
story. I don't care. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell this story.
Go ahead, man.
Real
Shit.
bug
Because
one.
this, I've known this man. You heard what he said. I did his first. His very,
Like 10 years
his
ago.
very,
Like 10 years
very
ago.
He's
first
he's
comedy
introduced us.
special.
I don't call him that. Listen.
Very
you're
first.
not-
Hold on. Let me tell the story. Can I tell
Okay,
the story?
but just real quick for some
Okay.
background. I met him through his brother. I met his brother first because we were in acting class
You should
together.
not say that. Now he's upset.
No, here we go.
Oh,
Here we are. Here we
He
are.
was in acting class?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Matt was
I
there.
didn't know
So
that.
I had your name in my phone until recently as Mark Matthews' brother.
There it is. You
Because I didn't know. Listen,
No, that's-
we
I do
only
the same thing.
we only interacted when he needed me for projects.
No, you should never change somebody's name after you put it in the first way. Leave it
this
like
is-
that forever.
This is.
That's how you should leave their
But it's
name.
love, bro.
Haberdasheries
It's love.
and hemoglobin.
Thank you. That's what we all hit the button, man.
What in the heck? What?
This is gonna be wild,
Let me
bro.
tell you something. There's 2
Tell
people
a
at
story.
home right now.
Tell a story,
right now,
Mom.
Matthew and his wife are at home right now. Like, yep. He met him through me. Yep. That's exactly what's
That-
happening
yeah, that's
right
what happened,
now.
That
right?
is.
Yeah.
That
and
is
then,
exactly what happened.
That is literally what
And
happened.
I met you through him.
I know. That's how people are supposed to be
Connection,
networking,
man.
man.
That's what we
how
do.
it's supposed to work. Okay, anyway, point of the story is, look, we were sitting down, all of us were having an outing. While we having this outing, this man sitting next to me that I've known for over 10 years. We having a conversation. He says, "What's your name?" I thought your last name was Wesley all this time. I've known him for damn near 12 years. He's like, "I did not know your last name, man. And now I know because you have my name in your phone as Mark Matthews' brother." So my last name to you is
Listen,
Matthews'
Wait,
brother.
did you
I
put
got
Matthew's brother like under company or just last
No,
name?
No, it was last name. It's still in there.
That's a good question.
This is a hilarious story. I want this screenshot, and I'm going to blast this all
Look,
over the place.
Look what it is now, right?
Yep.
Boom. But it was.
All
let me see.
right.
Let me
I feel
see.
better
Let me
now.
see. Yeah.
Wait a
So-
minute, ain't that Matthew's brother?
Matthew at home right now clapping. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
so there is I think the old email still has it under there. But
I think we're
let's
going
see.
off on a tangent right now.
Nah, man, we need
I
to
don't
look. Mark, Matt's brother.
Oh, God
So that was
dang
that,
it,
but that's
man.
the old email. Like, see?
Yep.
See?
Okay. Don't talk
Just
to
so
me
you
no
know
more.
it's real, though.
All right.
But I got it in there now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
In a world
have
of
nothing
many
to say.
names, one
I want the
man.
introduction all over again. I want my introduction from the beginning
I
with the
want to
full
get it
name.
from C King.
Okay, yeah, something else. I don't like your
I
introduction,
just don't
man.
understand why.
He was about to do in the
it.
world again.
I got you. Y'all people, Wagwan. Real bad man, C King, you don't know. I want to introduce somebody come from, where from, Bridget?
From DC. Yeah.
From DC.
Yep.
You don't know. Real Jamaican bad man. Right here in the building.
Yep.
Mark the man. Wesley.
Look at this.
Watch.
Watson. You don't know.
I've known him for 5 minutes. I knew him 10 years. Okay, I feel good. I can keep going now. All right. I feel
Yeah,
better.
All right, man. Listen, we got a hell of a show. We got obviously we got some crazy stories that have been going on, but we got some dope developments too. These brothers just put out a new show that's about to come out, created by Mark Watson. Fantastic. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. We're gonna talk about Brennon and getting the hair transplant. We've been working diligently,
Thank you.
collecting
Yeah,
the GoFundMe,
appreciate that.
and it's been going amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, introductions is over, nigga.
So thank you so much.
Back
Thank you
to
so
your
much.
regularly scheduled program. We in this bitch.
We knew the
And
clip was
C-King got
loaded.
new stuff going on too. He gonna tell us about experience at Wildin' Out, and in the mix of that, we're gonna talk about some amazing stories that we found on the internet. Also, no ads on this episode, so we finna go full fucking body. Okay, let's actually start with a crazy story right now. Let's start with Well, here's the thing. We can start with the story, or we can actually do how we supposed to do the show. We supposed to do a show with the freestyle. We always open with a freestyle, especially when we're in person because we can't do it virtually. So,
I'm down to freestyle.
you down freestyle?
I'm down to freestyle.
Let's do it.
Mark?
I don't know. Don't care. No, I'm just going to go with the
feel-
flow.
All right, well, cool.
When in Rome, son.
All right, so we just try to rhyme scary, like damn it that you scary, with Harry, Mary, Dairy, incinerary, whatever you can. You know, we just got to get that one bar in at some part of your rap. I'm just gonna pick a generic beat. Pat usually kicks it off, but he's not here. But since he's not here, I'm gonna have C King kick it off since this is his lane too. So we're just gonna get it going. All right, here we go.
Damn in it, you dairy. Like a fairy. Christmas time, I'm gonna be married.
Hey.
Don't know how this works. Didn't know I was supposed to go on for so long, but hey.
Jamaica remix.
Y'all real bad man. You don't know. Yeah.
Hey.
BT Ward, it's the weekend. Yeah, and we seeking something fairy, something merry. Arms is hairy. Damn internet,
Okay. Yo,
you scary.
stay wary. Damn internet, you're scary. Gonna see it over to my right like a Larry or a Curly. See it like it's doing it. Lost the fucking beat, but we bring it back to it. Mark, Tahir, CK in the house, and I listed like I'm still in the house. Got nothing like I'm headed down south. Lil Weezy Wayne and D-Rake. This man looking like a big cloud. And I'm gonna pass it to Mark Wesley because I got nothing.
You call me thick, man.
There you go. What's up, Mark?
Damn internet, you scary.
Hey.
I seen these fairies
Oh,
dancing like Marys.
you watching?
I'm too wary. I gotta duck them,
Oh,
so I try to stay away. But they still come back to my dismay. I gotta keep rhyming. Hold on, man.
I
was going and
I was not ready. I was not ready for you to use the word dismay. How fucking mature are you to use dismay?
Stop on me, man.
dismay
To my dismay.
and video
right.
games.
What
And that's it.
He's like, I grew up in the
Who the fuck are
80s.
you, a knight?
Yep.
Dismay.
Fortnite.
Because I learned my rhymes from
My
Rap
liege,
over
to my dismay, I have to
Fortnite.
let you know.
Yes. All the gray hairs are coming out on this show,
You
bro.
definitely said dismay.
I did.
Wow.
And I'm going to use that every
Yo.
time I talk to people. now.
Yeah, man.
I was dismayed at the
Yeah.
candor.
I'm mad that I'm actually going and he just cut me
I
off. and
I
then
had
just
to
said,
laugh.
I actually agree with
I had to
Tahir on
laugh,
this. I
yeah.
agree with Tahir
That
on
was
this.
a good one, though.
My podcast coming out. Not next May, but this May.
Dismay. There it is. I like that definition too.
Do y'all have a favorite word or word that y'all like to use a lot? I just got a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I want to hear this
yeah.
word.
What's your word?
Acquiesce.
Acquiesce.
I
That's a good
love
word.
that word. It sounds so refined and confident and sure.
Yeah.
Like when you use the
And
word,
you
like,
can't spell it.
huh? Oh, I would die.
There's no way you can spell that
Gun
word
to the back
ever.
of my head. Spell it right now and die. Nigga, just pull
No.
the trigger, bro.
Yeah,
You
wait,
wasting
you
everybody's
cannot spell
time.
that word.
I'm not going to even try. Acquiesce, A-Q-U-E.
Wording is hard to you.
What is God, see?
Yep,
Dead.
yep.
Wow.
ACQ.
I would have been like, AQ, pow. It's immediately. You know what I mean?
Dang
So,
it, man.
acquiesce is my word. That's my new word I'm trying to fit in every conversation I can.
Overstood.
Yeah, man.
My word is
Okay.
still calipigian.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
What
what?
does that mean?
Calipigian means having nice buttocks.
I just saw that on the internet. It was like it's a word for a rotund.
Oh, man. I did not see the definition coming there.
Oh,
I did not,
It's
like, he
such a
said it with
beautiful
so much,
word.
like, eloquence, too. Like,
The word calipigian. Having a supple or nice pair.
Supple is a great word.
Supple
supple
is,
is a good word.
Because it sounds professional enough to where someone would take offense of it, but you think it's something supple, you like, it make you want to do that.
I was gonna say, it's
and I
like-
see a supple ass, I want to kiss it.
Whenever you ever had the word supple associated with something you don't like. That's my
That's good.
That's
You wouldn't
a good
do
point.
it. It's,
That's
it's
a
a
good point.
positive
Yeah,
word.
it's a positive
It's
word.
Yeah, it's a positive affirmation word. So yeah,
What's your
I like
word?
supple.
Oh, it's overstood.
Overstood was your word.
That was my word. Yeah,
Oh.
I like that word because people, like it kind of makes you think about what I just said. Whatever it was I just said, you're not used to hearing it put that way. And so it's like whatever it was, I'm like, yeah, that's overstood. And people are just like, oh shit.
Oh,
Actually,
wow,
I
yeah.
thought I understood it, but now I'm
I overstood
I
it.
overstood it.
So can I have two favorite words?
Yes,
All
please.
right. I have one favorite word. Perspective. Perspective has always been my favorite word.
Okay.
And then it's,
You do use that word a lot.
It's,
I
it's
use it.
valid for
I
damn
use it
near
a lot.
every aspect of life. So
I do. I use perspective a lot. My other word is fellatio.
He just can't help himself, y'all. Like, I was just wondering how much Mark was going to come out here.
I was trying to be professional. I
bro,
didn't
like,
mind trying to be
did you hear
professional.
the
You
word?
reeled us
Favorite
in.
word.
You
Yeah,
reeled
I
us
got you.
in
I
really
got you.
good
did.
for professionalism,
And then
you just dropped us.
I don't understand why
That's
this is
what he does.
unprofessional. You
That's
all
what he
asked
does.
a
This
serious
is true.
question,
Yeah.
and I answered it
I just,
seriously.
you just take things left, Mark.
That's
all.
not left. That's my favorite word.
Yeah, I bet
I
it
get
is.
it.
Okay, well.
overstood.
I like head, but
Overstood.
it just don't. I like fellatio. You know what? When it comes to
When you say it, I don't
when
like
it comes
no more.
to sex,
I'm dismayed.
fellatio is like for me a good appetizer. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been to some places where they had some bomb ass fellatio. Right?
Okay.
But
Well,
overall,
you said, I'm sorry.
places?
I'm sorry. Hold on. You
Overall-
said first and foremost. You said they.
yeah.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure. Got it.
Overall, I like the entrees
Mm.
at these places. I like the meat. I like the that
Well,
was
hold
wild
on.
as
Yeah,
hell.
but
That was
you
wild.
was getting wild.
That
I was trying to
that
catch
was
you there, and
wild
you
as hell.
just kept going.
I like the entree.
I am
I just stay with the
dismayed.
entree. I just
I
stick
am
with the
dismayed
entree.
at your candor, sir. That's what I am right now.
Wow.
It's funny because I like the word fellatio, but I prefer cunnilingus. But this is a whole nother conversation.
I like
And
cunnilingus, but I always mess it up when I try to say it.
Oh, okay. Well.
I feel like the dumbest person. I've never heard. There's two words now I've never heard before.
Wait,
You
you've
never
never
heard-
either of those words before?
I never
Oh,
heard your word
CKs.
or the one you just
Oh, I
said.
thought you
Cunnilingus.
never heard of cunnilingus and fellatio.
No,
I
I've heard
was
of
like,
fellatio. I've never heard of conga, whatever.
Conda? Okay.
Cunnilingus.
This is gonna be a good show already. This is gonna be a great. I got some more words.
I just
You want me to say the other words?
one of the most
Okay,
consistent
I'm gonna stop
experiences
talking.
that I've had moving to LA.
My ex-girlfriend was great with her mouth. She was a cunning linguist.
Cunning linguist.
You just
I
flipped
said we
it
do
on
a
me.
freestyle
That was
and have
good.
to use the word cunnilingus in it.
I'm no.
Okay.
I got the meanest, cleanest penis. My little freak does cunnilingus.
That's some
That's
Tribe
Biggie.
Called Trust right
That
there.
was Biggie.
I got
That was Biggie. I got the
That had Biggie
meanest,
vibes.
cleanest penis
shorty
you
like-
never seen. Is stroke of genius. Biggie was
Yeah, he was
He
like
was just
that.
amazing, bro.
He was like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this younger generation doesn't understand how amazing his wordplay was because things now are so like there are songs that Future has talked about and he don't know what he said on the song.
Not the slightest.
He's admitted he don't know what he was saying on Tony Montana when he performed it, I guess, at one of the football games. He was like, I don't even know what I was saying right there. But
Well,
Biggie
he was
so
in the studio
articulate,
just.
and he was so amazing at painting pictures with his words.
Absolutely.
Like, on I Got a Story to Tell, when he talks about meeting a chick who's fucking some dude on the New York Knicks, and then they go back to their crib, and he smash her, and they chilling, and then he comes home, it's like a whole thing. I was like, nigga, I feel like I was in a room watching it happen. He's just good, man. I will always give Biggie his props.
For sure.
But,
That's
yeah,
how I feel on
What
Meet the
was your
Parents of
word?
Jay-Z.
my word was acquiesce.
Acquiesce.
You looking up how to spell it?
Are you writing something right now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Stay tuned, y'all.
He's writing a
Yeah.
rap.
Yeah,
Okay.
say, stay
While he
tuned,
does
stay
that,
tuned.
Let's talk about one of these stories. The first one I have is California dad loses part of his skull after drinking too many energy drinks.
Oh, I heard of this.
Austin, a California man, turned to energy drinks to cope with grueling work hours and long commutes. The habit took a drastic turn when Austin suffered a near-fatal brain hemorrhage. Doctors, after ruling out drug usage through toxicology screening, pinpointed excessive energy drink consumptions as the potential cause of Austin's brain hemorrhage. Following his diagnosis, Austin underwent multiple brain surgeries, during which he encountered strokes, seizures, and brain swelling, resulting in the removal of part of his frontal skull. So I'm gonna send this to Keita. It'll be on there, but I'm just letting y'all look at it, Mark. No.
You gotta look. We gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about fellatio.
All right.
I see.
right
I've already
there.
seen it. I already seen it.
There's more. There's his wife kissing it right there.
She's a real one, man.
Yeah,
She's a real one.
yeah.
Wow.
And then with the baby right there. So I'm
Crazy
wondering,
couple.
like, if he's gonna wear a helmet from now on, like with baby's head. No,
Yeah.
like seriously, because I mean, there has to be.
Yeah, there has to be
Some-
there has to be something there.
Like, yeah, even when you drive in a car, like you should have that seatbelt and helmet
Well,
on.
he don't-
because-
he no
Don't they
longer-
have like a metal plate sometimes they put in there?
Yeah, but you see
Yeah,
how
but did you
it's
see it?
concave.
I mean, I didn't see
Yeah,
it,
okay,
no.
It's
I'm sorry.
concave,
Let
bro.
me pull it up for you,
Because the
Cam.
skull's not there.
No, but
Yeah.
it's like it is like look.
Yeah.
Couldn't they fill it out with something metal?
Oh, no.
I don't know if they put silly
You can,
putty in
like,
there. You a wild boy. You a wild boy.
He's like, it's like this, right?
I
It's
know
like this,
somebody
right?
just told him, was like, you need to slow down on those energy drinks. And he was like, whatever. He's so
crazy.
hard-headed.
Wow.
Wow, you're going to lose your head, man.
Ooh.
Y'all going to hell. Like, you.
If I'm there, you're headed there too.
Wow, man, you're just in a different headspace. That's all it is.
All of you are terrible
shit.
human beings, and that's okay.
I'm
Hey,
not
man,
saying
you can put your
anything.
mind to anything. It's just mind over matter.
Terradome.
I'm not saying anything.
Laughing is just as like, God is out there taking tallies. He's like,
No.
oh, this nigga laughing. He laughing like, you agree, you win, motherfucker.
You don't understand how many energy drinks I drink on
Yo,
a daily
he
basis.
really
Yo,
does.
you do be
Yeah.
That's why I'm not saying
You need
nothing.
to slow
yo.
down, man.
It's
I
so
drink
funny that
a
we
lot
saw.
of
That's our
those,
first
yeah.
article today, huh?
Yeah,
That's crazy, man. Wait, let me ask you this. Do energy drinks really work for you, though? Or is it now just a forced habit?
It's supposed to have it now.
Yeah.
Like if I don't start my day off with it mentally, I'm just automatically checking out.
And you prefer that over coffee?
I've never had coffee.
I've never had coffee
you?
either.
Do you guys want to try coffee? Because, it's a little less than the energy drinks.
I don't do
will.
energy drinks either.
Are we gonna have coffee on this show?
I mean, we could brew some coffee.
Yeah, I'll
if
get you
want
some
some.
coffee.
There it is. I'll try it.
Call
you
Tony
know,
in here. He'll brew
That's
some coffee.
it.
Like a good coffee though. I don't
No,
want
our
to
coffee-
like.
Tony gets a good coffee.
It's good
You know what?
coffee.
We still need to postmate this thing for G
Yep.
King real quick. So let me pull that up real. Can you do this real quick? Just put the address in. So postmate that, and then maybe what we feeling? A bottle of tequila or you gonna do champagne? What we doing?
I think champagne would be lovely.
Champagne.
Yeah, we'll do champagne.
Champagne.
Okay. C King.
Yes.
You were there. BET Awards, the weekend.
Yes.
This was the first time in a long time where the BET Awards did not have a host or have like a script for it because of the writer strike. In your opinion, being there, what was it like? What was that experience like?
My first time being there, it was a beautiful experience. One, because even though they didn't have a host, Busta Rhymes' speech at the end, because he received the biggest award of the night, which he deserves
Undoubtedly.
Yep.
indubitably.
Yeah.
Yep.
I felt like he brought it together as a host at the end. It was so amazing because he got up there and he was quiet for a while. And, he said, you know what? I am going to wear it on my sleeve. I do feel like crying. And he cried right then and there, man.
That's beautiful.
And he brought it together like the father of the whole night. You know what I'm saying? And to see all of like the young artists, to see my girl Scarlett up there, to see, Ice Spice and Lotto and everybody coming together, like it was almost like hip hop now was paying its dues to pioneers and OGs, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I see some of the OGs, I feel like they should have been on the stage for a lot longer, but to see them all, even, because there's a lot of sampling now, and a lot of people don't know where these original songs came from. So, yo, for real, like, to see them introduce the song and then follow up with the current artists, their hit singles or whatever. It was such a beautiful thing, man. To see Patti LaBelle just forget Tina Turner's words was if anybody's gonna forget my words, I want it to be Patti LaBelle. I wanted to be Patti LaBelle. It was beautiful. It was funny. You know what I'm saying? People were stealing seats, but that's a whole nother. That's just what I'm saying. But
you saw that thing?
Oh yeah,
you heard that
I
thing?
had to kick 2 people out my seat. But it was such a beautiful night, man. LA and BET like really welcomed me the whole weekend.
That's
The
amazing.
whole weekend I was here. As Wildin' Out is now under BET.
Yeah.
So we had.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So they had us come out. We performed at House of BET on Saturday. We did a couple, media interviews. I met some great people who. This is the thing. I follow and I'm connected with a lot of people on social media, but I saw them in person for the first time this weekend. Like I'm meeting you for the first time this weekend. This is why this week or whatever is so important to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm finally getting to make the connections that I've been wanting to make for so long.
Can I speak to that real quick? You are undoubtedly very impressive with what you do. You're creative. You put the time in. And when we were talking, I think on the last time we did Zoom In, but Damn Internet You're Scary, you said something that a lot of people outside of like maybe Jay Farrell and Ari Spears, you do something that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people just master the voice. It's not just the voice, it's the mannerisms. And you have to, you said this, listen to full conversations because the little nuances that people do is what people really respond to. It's not just like Denzel doing this. It's the eyebrows, it's the owls, it's the eyes, it's the face
owls.
after he does it. The face of it, he kind of just.
It's a plethora of things. Because you can.
The eyes. Is it the eyes? Yeah.
It's the way he smiles. Sometimes the way he's comprehending, or the way he's preparing to say what it is that he's saying, and I feel like that right there, key elements.
He's so good.
Took off
He's
the glasses
so
for it.
good.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
you are amazing, bro.
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
just glad that not only you're getting your shine and the recognition that you deserve, but it's helping you elevate to where you want to go and where you want to be.
Yes.
I remember I saw the post that you made about being compared to Emmanuel Hudson, and then you're like, now I'm on Wild and Out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm with Emmanuel Hudson, and that's a beautiful thing. I remember when Emmanuel Hudson first came out. I was still teaching. I was a 7th grade teacher, and he was
You would be the
he did the
wildest
video.
teacher.
I was.
That's
every
right.
morning.
Yeah.
Every morning we listened to 808s and Heartbreaks.
I bet you did. I'm just
Every
saying,
morning.
like,
That
you
was
would have been my
set the tone.
favorite teacher. I'd have been in there
Yeah.
like, let's go.
Yeah, I was a very cool teacher. But I'm very astute. I appreciate and love education. So I love hard, and I was hard on my kids. But my kids in my homeroom class had best attendance, and they had the best grades, and they had the best behavior. Because I was serious about the behavior shit. I knew by law I could take 15 minutes of your lunch. You get 30 minutes. All you need is 12 minutes to eat. So I give you 3 minutes to get down there and 12 minutes to eat. So you don't want to fuck with me in the class. Don't fuck up the learning environment. But I was very strong about also getting out of the class. Where I had cleared it with the principal when we were studying clouds and cumulus and cumulus and
Come on, you can do it. Stratus.
stratus and the other one. We went outside. And I would tell them, draw the clouds that you see, and draw the one that you think is which one of the three, and draw them, and then we're going to go back in and we're going to check it. When we did inertia, I had them run up and down the stairs safely with a small bucket, but the bucket had water in it, and that's how we studied inertia. So I was very hands-on with teaching because education, in my opinion, is the only treasure that someone can't take from you. Your money can be stolen, houses can be lost, cars can be repossessed, clothes can be taken or lost in fires, whatever. But your education is something that you will hold forever. So I'm very.
Wait, what about the
serious
guy who lost like the whole front of his head?
He's still smart. He's still working.
I
Is
mean,
he though?
I mean, he's able to
people
walk.
can wipe
doesn't-
your memory,
Walking
but
is
I
one of
get
the
what
hardest
you're
things to
saying.
do, and he's still able to walk.
yeah, but he had to lose something. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He lost, yeah.
He lost the
I mean,
ability to
no,
not wear hats.
no, I'm saying because I actually remember there was an article that I read back in the day where like there was a construction worker. There was like an explosion that happened with some dynamite, and it blew a beam up through his head at a very specific angle. And it was like bloop, and he survived. Like he survived, but then he was like a whole different person after that. Like he was like the nicest, friendliest guy, and then that happened, and he just became like just an utter asshole. And he's like, that's what he was until he died. Like, it's
Wait,
like-
sometimes even with that, he still had his bearings of his education and knowing what to do, knowing how to use the bathroom.
Well, my point being though is
activity
that
and
like the
limbs and
different
stuff.
parts of your brain store
Yeah.
different things. So I'm just saying like that part of his. All I'm saying, I was being an asshole in the
Yeah,
state
I
of
know.
like,
Yeah.
if you,
I
I'm
just tried
just
to
saying,
stay
you're like,
away
you
from
can't
that.
steal,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
stayed
steal. There's
away
nothing
from
from
that.
you, but if you
Yeah.
steal that part of that brain, it's gone.
I mean, like, it's just amazing to see like how people are, you know, they survive certain things and then they get opportunities. Like right now, he has a that dude has a sponsorship with gum.
I thought,
right now,
I thought
yeah.
you were gonna say lids. I
No,
really
no,
did.
no. Oh, that's crazy. No, he has a sponsorship with gum. Like I seen this commercial on Dentine Ice.
Why would they want? What would they?
Dentine.
Dent. Oh, okay.
Oh, right. I thought
Changing
he was
up the
being
subject.
for
No.
real.
Do I have to stay? Do I have to stay? Can I go? Can I please go home? Can I please go
Moving
home?
right along.
He's a terrible human. I'm
Mark
not
hasn't
laughing.
had
He's,
coffee
he's
before.
going to hell.
We just ordered champagne and I ordered some orange juice and I ordered a 7-Eleven pizza to get them to try the 7-Eleven pizza. Brennan had ordered you coffee from 7-Eleven, so he's not your friend. Now, I like coffee from 7-Eleven.
I don't know anything about coffee.
I like coffee from 7-Eleven,
Why
but
would you
it's
get 7-Eleven coffee?
I don't know anything about coffee.
he said, I'll try some good coffee. This ain't the
Cameron.
good.
But
that ain't
you
good
know
coffee.
7-Eleven. though. You know
coffee.
7-Eleven. Though,
I know
right?
he eats
like you
everything
wouldn't.
from
You wouldn't eat.
It keeps me humble.
You wouldn't eat food from 7-Eleven.
Huh?
You wouldn't probably eat food from 7-Eleven.
I would I'll get some tea from
Hold on,
7-Eleven.
Yeah, but
for
you
that.
would.
No, like he's getting a lot of opportunities.
What?
Like
It's leaf water, bean water. What's the difference?
he's gonna be in the new Batman movie. He's gonna be doing the voiceovers for Harvey.
Oh my god, that's what he was writing earlier. That's what he was writing earlier.
Oh no! What I was writing earlier is good.
That's gonna come later, I'm sure.
All
right,
you
moving right
You're
along.
going to hell too because you're laughing.
And dying. He's not just laughing.
Yeah,
he
you're
is,
gonna go to hell.
He
No,
is cackling. That is the definition of cackling right there.
Dentine. I'm sorry, you got me. Yeah,
All right,
that got me.
moving right along.
got
Let's
me.
jump
Thank
into
you, Lord
another
Jesus.
story because
Terrible. Terrible.
I'm just glad that I had you all like tuned in.
you did.
No, you did. You brought us. You definitely.
You brought
said
us
that
in
you
for
had the
that.
quiet moment before it and everything. It
I was like,
like,
oh, he got a sponsorship.
oh, that's really. I was like, oh, that's
You know?
great. And you was like, no, Stevie Wonder face. Oh, here we go.
Looking in your eyes.
Oh,
God.
Okay.
Next story.
Okay. So,
No cap.
This is why we can't have nice things.
all right, here we
This is why
go.
we can't
Next
have
story. Visiting preacher caught using catfish grease to anoint foreheads. Members became suspicious when the smell of fish filled the church, and some repeatedly saw traces of cornmeal in the crosses on members' foreheads.
I think he was doing too much fellatio.
Oh,
Without looking.
what?
Cunnilingus?
Black.
You just want to use that
You
word.
know he was black. Once catfish came into the story,
That's why I started laughing.
you knew he was black.
I like
Yeah.
he's. And the thing is, I caught a glimpse of the picture, and I was like, that picture is 100% the person who would do that.
I don't even know where to begin? First of all, you gonna block your blessings, okay, sir? You gonna block your
Wait, hold
blessings.
on. But what's the
doing
problem
I
here,
think
guys?
he's resourceful.
Yeah, what's the problem here? Hold on, wait. Is that, look, first of all, he ain't hurt nobody. He's recycling.
something? Okay, let me tell you this. Catfish is a dirty fish. Catfish do everything in
That's
the water.
really, really
Catfish
bad.
suck dick for worms. Okay, they be tossing
Whoa.
ass for bait. They are dirty
What?
fish.
They
Okay, they're
suck
a
dick
fish
for worms?
of the water streets. Okay,
Have you
Anointed oil is extra virgin.
Oh, wait, so hold on.
Extra virgin.
Hold on, so you don't-
olive oil. They ain't
Yeah.
never been fucked before.
You do got a point. You
So,
do got a point.
so hold on. Let's break it down. So
Let's go back.
let's break it back. Let's break it down. So when you get anointed, you said the oil has to be virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin.
What is it? So what makes
Extra
it?
virgin, that means the olives have been shielded from anything regarding sex. They don't know about kissing. They don't know about fellatio. They don't know about
Virgin
fucking.
bees.
They keep these olives
that's how a virgin-
secluded away from the world.
So who be
and that
fucking?
first,
Who fucks olives? That's what
So
I
the
wanna
first chance they experience something is that person squeezing the pit out. That's it.
know. I thought it'd be more of a higher. Okay, but
Nah, man, olives got deep voices.
Have you ever seen?
You see their mouth because it's always like, oh, it's like that. So yeah,
thank you.
that's what
Tahir.
extra virgin
Yeah,
olive oil means.
so nonsense aside. Okay, there has to be nonsense on this. I'm still on the fish grease stuff right here because for me, like I said, like this man, what if this is like the most climate forward pastor on the planet? He's like, look, we wasting all these olive oil that should be used for cooking new things. We had a fish fry at the church last night. You know what I'm saying? We blessed this food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This food has already been blessed. It has already been this.
Right.
And I just took a portion of that to recycle it and say
Okay.
this blessing continues.
What if
You know what I'm
somebody?
saying?
What
If
if
it's good enough to
somebody-
nourish you,
What if
my brother,
somebody
why is
in
it
the-
not good enough to nourish
somebody in
enough
the
to nourish your body?
congregation is a vegan? Huh?
They ain't not eating it.
Somebody. No, but you putting the fish oil and the juice from the fish all on their forehead. They believe in not harming animals in any way, form, shape, or fashion. And you're putting that cornmeal, stricken, and grease with fish juices, sweat, and blood all in there.
I believe
Well-
that he was taking two stories of the Bible and combining them.
Oh, here we go.
Anoint your head with oil. Also,
Multiply.
No. I know where he's going with this.
fish and 5 loaves.
I knew he was
like,
gonna say
Yeah.
like five. What is it, 5 fish and 2 loaves? Was something like that?
And
Yeah.
it just
I
happened
gotta
to be,
read it
happened to
again.
be on Communion Day, so you take the cracker, wipe it across your head.
Boom.
And now you got a catfish flavored.
Catfish flavored
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
just keep it all the way real. Like that would make it way better. Like the
I'm
crackers
just
were always
saying.
trash. The juice was great. The crackers trash.
Okay.
I'm not speaking to this one either.
They don't do this in Jamaica?
No, they do not.
No,
They don't
okay.
do this in church.
They don't do.
They don't do what? They don't have
Everything
communion.
y'all just said was wrong.
They don't put.
You don't have
I'm not
communion.
They
saying.
don't put curry oil.
He said, "I'm not gonna get struck."
I'm not
put
saying
curry oil,
nothing
rice
on
and
none
beans.
of this. Okay. All right.
Well,
Bati boy. No.
Get
Bomb
out.
the clock.
I know. Pat is somewhere just like with his head down shaking.
Don't rewind it.
Pat is somewhere just like, yo, this is what happens when I'm not here.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Total chaos and anarchy, baby.
man,
He has me and you together, Brennan.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Brennan has a twin brother, okay?
I do.
And Brennan's twin brother, mind you, their birthday is a day behind mine. I'm March 7th, they're March 8th. Me and Brennan act very much alike, all right? Which is why I had to limit how much time we have together because we would reign anarchy on every.
I
If
actually think
was
about that pretty
If me
consistent.
and you were single and we were just like out here in the world, it wouldn't be a safe vagina
Man, what
in a
you-
30-mile
what
radius.
you talking about? I am the most humble.
I would love to see that
You're the most
documentary.
humble
Bro,
whore.
I don't know.
Brennan
what-
lays on the bed like, oh, I've never done this before. Oh, no.
because it's the truth.
He
Because
allows-
it's the truth.
He allows women to fuck him, so they feel like they're in a position of power, but he
look,
really be
I
fucking
am-
up their head.
I am the olive.
Brennan,
Nah.
do you cover your eyes when you take your drawers off?
Oh,
Yes, yes I
He lifts his butt up. And this is like,
do. Bro, look,
oh my god.
I'm just
I don't
here to
normally
experience
be
all the new
doing
things.
this.
You know? I'm just here to experience all the new things. I'm here to grow and learn. You guys have already
I'm in a growing.
you guys have already been relieving me in the most pause-worthy way of. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop with that sentence. I'm just
Okay,
gonna stop.
that
I ain't
dentist,
say anything.
That sentence.
that dentist.
You out of all the people,
Which is why I did it, because you always catch me, so I called you
I
on
let
that
you go
dentist.
like 3 times already.
All right,
today.
well, whose fault is that?
All right.
Whose fault is that?
See, and that's why we're not
It'll be
alike.
like 12 more opportunities.
Okay. Wow.
To hear-
Bumbleclot!
Oh, there.
Rascal boy!
It's
He's
the
gonna
bum,
revert to that
bum,
every single time.
bumbler clot is killing me. Bumbler clot.
What is it? How
Not
to say
that.
it? What to say?
Don't make me
Bumble
correct
clock.
them.
Bumble
You-
Bumble.
Now you
Yeah,
just say it.
Bumbleclot.
And they're
Oh,
actually
right.
they're probably in the chat right now like, oh my god, you
Bumbleclad.
shouldn't say that word.
You shouldn't.
What does Bumbleclot mean?
I like how you looked at Mark.
It's a bad word.
I'm not telling him.
Mark,
Mark, tell him
tell
he's
me.
gonna say it. No, man.
No, I don't.
Nah.
If I know it's bad, then I won't say it. Cause I just been
Don't
saying
say
it.
it.
I
You
don't-
shouldn't say it.
Well, tell me what this is.
I'm not telling you nothing.
Is it
I
like
just know every time.
punta in Spanish?
Nope.
It's like, is that? What is
Yeah,
it?
it's pretty worse. I just know my uncle said it every time, like he hit his foot or he was.
Bumbleclad!
Yeah.
You still got the L in there
Bumble
somewhere.
claw.
It's a
Yeah.
butt cloth.
Now you're saying it like you're from like overseas and stuff. Yo, bro.
My Jamaican is perfect.
It's like douchebag or motherfucker.
Okay.
Yo, blood.
Yeah.
All right, what about Bati boy?
Okay.
Yeah,
What's that mean?
that's bad.
That's literally the worst thing you can
Yeah.
say.
It's calling somebody a Bati boy?
A bocce boy is somebody like guys who take it from guys.
Other guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are
Gay or
Bati
effeminate.
boy?
you are a soft.
Bati boy!
Okay. Don't.
He's
Yes,
pointing,
I-
he's pointing at Cameron. In case
Yeah,
anybody's
nah,
wondering.
it was in the corner.
No, it was
right there.
Cameron. Cameron.
I called
can't
somebody a
believe
Bati
you
boy one time in Jamaica because he was talking shit.
Oh my
on,
gosh.
And you still
You
alive.
a thug. you
Wait,
a
wait.
thug,
Here's
bro.
the thing. I wasn't alone when I did it, but I wasn't doing it like for my people to see. This person had disrespect to some of the people we were with.
Okay.
And we're on a resort, and he's on a resort. He's walking through. He's a native. He's a local. He's walking through like trying to sell stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so he was being weird to some of the people we was with. And so I turned up, right? Not turning up in the idea of like, oh, I got my homies got my bag. It's just like, no, you ain't finna disrespect my people.
Hold on. So, but I just want to just point out that you travel to Jamaica.
Yeah.
We're here all the time. You have so many ways of turning up, disrespecting people, coming at them, doing all those things.
Yeah.
You go to Jamaica, and the one time that you're going to use this word is when you're doing it with a native.
Yeah.
Bro,
Right?
here's the
Wait,
thing.
The one time
It's the
you
fact
like,
that you
I was
insulted a native.
a native.
in their
This story
native
just kept
tongue.
getting worse,
Yeah.
didn't it?
I didn't know what it meant at the time, but now
But
I know
still,
I
you
use
were
it
just
appropriately.
like-
I know
that's
I
just
use
like-
it appropriately.
Bro, that's like somebody from Asia who comes over here and it's like a black person gets mad at them like you're an N-word. They're like, I don't actually understand. I just know it's bad.
Yeah, I just know it's bad. So I use it in the connotation I thought was appropriate, and evidently it was appropriate. But I wanted him to know my level. And so then he walked out, and him and his homies, they looking over here and all of that. I'm right here.
They're doing it.
I'm right here.
Give me
Now
the
they weren't
pistol.
doing that. It's just more like sucking their teeth and like looking and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, but at the same
Did
point,
you show him your pistol guns?
First
like
of
on your
all,
hips?
first
Did
of
you show him
all,
your
my
pistol
shirt was
guns?
already out because I was turned up.
Did you turn around and show
I
him
was
the-
all right. First of all,
I'm
I see
just
what you're
curious.
trying to do. I see what you're trying
No,
to
I'm
do.
just saying
You're
you
trying to
got the
undermine
hip
it,
you got the
okay?
hip tattoos.
I just
so I'm
want
just
you to
saying,
know that
like,
I ain't
have
gonna.
you
I
seen his
don't
hip
stand for
tattoos?
disrespect, no matter where the fuck I'm at on the
No,
earth.
see, King don't even know about
You
this.
See,
have
King-
hip tattoos?
No, it's not hip.
No,
They're
it's a tramp stamp.
Tramp
Lower
stamps.
back.
Yeah,
on his back.
Show him to here. No,
Yeah, these are- it's not-
See,
it's-
King,
it's
Don't
serious.
laugh. Don't laugh.
It's
don't
a
laugh.
serious thing.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, see, King. Don't laugh.
we were joking.
Yeah, see, King thought we were
Hold
joking.
it in. Don't let them win. Don't give the devil no joy. Don't give the devil no
No,
joy.
he got him tucked though. He ready.
Come
see,
on,
King.
black man.
He ready.
Come on, black man.
He's
Hold me
ready
up,
for the
King.
bomber
I didn't
clots.
see nothing.
He thought we were joking.
Thug life.
Oh my God.
When I
Finest.
got the tattoo, I was
Oh my
16.
God.
Okay, I got the tattoo because I had recently got shot, and after I got shot, I was carrying a gun for a while. I got in trouble for carrying a gun. Right?
It gets worse, doesn't it?
So I
Look
got
at
the
King trying not to laugh. Look at this.
I got the tattoo because I was like, fuck it. I'm always strapped.
Because that's
And
gonna
it's
protect
like-
him. You know what I'm saying?
it's like, boom,
he can
always
flash it at him.
strapped,
He
right?
can
I
flash
thought
it at him.
that-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought
hey,
it was
don't
gonna
fuck
catch
around
on.
with me.
I thought niggas was gonna see it at school and be like, oh, nigga, I'm getting that too.
That didn't
didn't.
happen.
It
That
didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
And like a year later, this became known as a tramp stamp. Like that word became, and I didn't know that was gonna happen.
So you know.
I was 16. I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
Everything about it was
See,
wrong.
King?
Like, it's no way I should have been sitting in a chair for 2 hours. Like, I was looking.
Yeah, man.
It's looking good. It's looking good. And the place I went
do I
to,
look scary?
They didn't require like
No,
adult
there was no
supervision
age, yeah.
or anything like that.
Logic.
Long as you had the money, you was good. And I had the money. I was stealing from White Castles at the time. I was making big bread.
And
And
they're,
Hey,
they're two,
punny.
They're
Nobody?
two
Nobody?
Desert
Okay.
Eagles.
What kind of guns are they?
Thank you, Cameron.
They're I think the people here with the stuff.
Great.
Oh, is that my cue?
Yeah, you go ahead and grab them because you're gonna need your ID and stuff. And I'm running the show, so I don't want to run out like that.
It's my ID. Oh, okay. I got
Yeah.
it. I
Here's the thing, guys. People make mistakes. We grow. We learn from those. And that's what happened. I grew and I learned from it. And obviously, I have the opportunity to get it covered up. But it's part of one of my bits now. I have this long bit. It's like a 6-7 minute bit about jail and why I can't go to jail because I'm thick, I'm light skinned, I got freckles. I walk in, I look good in orange. They be like, "Hey, Redbone, how long you here for?" Like I go through the whole thing, right? A lot of act outs and that. And then the last thing is about the tattoo. It's like, and then at 16, I got this tattoo. Now most people make a lot of dumb mistakes at 16. They get tattoos they regret, but mine could probably cost me my life. And then I lift up my shirt. I was like, I know this is my cross to bear. Now imagine me in jail, lathering up, suds running down my pistols. And I finished the joke with another act out, and yeah. But so I'm one of those people now, and through the trials and tribulations of life, I've learned that those experiences that you find out could be detrimental or sad and all that type of shit or embarrassing, actually become healing for other people and myself included.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can listen to people and take all that shit to heart, or I can turn that shit into something positive, and that's what I chose to do. So I'll never get those
commend you
tattoos
for that.
removed. Yeah.
That's so major. Like that right there, that the overcoming story, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people won't say, a lot of comedians won't say what they've been through or what they've gone through and how it's turned them into who they are now. This is one of the reasons why I love Ali Sadiq.
He's so amazing.
Gosh.
Ali Sadiq is quite possibly the best storyteller of our generation when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
They didn't even give you cream with that. I don't know why the coffee was still on there.
Have you seen Lost?
I've seen both of them.
Yeah.
I've been an Ali fan for a while. Like
Okay.
Ali's toured with everybody. He toured with DL. He did his own thing. So I've been fucking with Ali for a while. He's an OG. And I talked last time I talked to him. I said, "Hey man, I'm gonna just call you regularly just so I can talk to you and soak up game."
Yeah.
Because the shit that you've been through is unheard of. One, and then two is like, bro, I can learn from this. And that's what I think when I do comedy. Like, I tell people about, being kidnapped. I tell people about being shot. I tell people about being set on fire. Like, not to brag, but to say, all this shit happened. I could have chose to be a victim of my circumstance and my environment. But I chose to say, fuck that shit, it ain't gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Right? And if anything, it's gonna give me a story to tell. So that's why I do it. And I blend it with humor. But it's like, you can't let anything stop you from what you want to do or what you're supposed to. I don't own my sense of humor. I don't own my stories. All this shit is just what's going on in this vessel while I'm here.
Yeah.
And I feel like my job is to share it and try to inspire other people, entertain other people. That's all I try to do while I'm here. So
You're a hero.
thank you, man.
You're
I
a hero,
appreciate it.
man.
Respect.
We need some cuts, man. We need some cuts because we finna do some poppins. And we got this 7-Eleven pizza.
Are you serious about the pizza?
I was serious about it.
Oh.
Everybody
I
knows
haven't
like, you
eaten-
don't have to finish it, but you got to try it. You got to try it once.
Oh.
Here's the thing with 7-Eleven pizza. Because I see Cam over there shaking his head. Cam, you got to get it. You got to get a whole pie. Okay?
No, I believe the way you've explained it to me.
Yeah, when you get the whole pie, okay, they cook it fresh. So you're not getting a piece of pizza that was locked in there and just looking like a sad animal in the zoo. You get a fresh slice of pizza, okay? You got the quality seal right there.
I
It
love
was a
the
seal. I
quality
don't know
seal.
why it
Yeah,
was a
that's
seal,
pretty
but
crazy.
but here we go. Boom. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things this weekend. Seen a lot of things. Have not seen or experienced a 7-Eleven pizza. Never thought that I would see a 7-Eleven pizza that I am actually attracted to right now.
Hey, man.
I have not eaten a really good meal this whole time.
Well, wait, let me stop you right there. That's not what this is. Right? This is. I don't want to confuse this with a really good meal.
I'm asking, because the fact that this looks good to me
Yeah.
says a lot right now.
Now here's the thing. Because you say you haven't had a really good meal, I still want you to try this, but I don't want you to hold this to really good meal standard. Tomorrow, I gotta go to the dentist at 9:30. After that, if you're free, we can go to Fixins. Okay?
You know what? I was supposed to go to Fixins last night. A whole bunch of people were going to Fixins after the BET Awards, so I didn't get to go. I just went straight to my hotel room. So Fixins, I'm down.
Okay. Fixins will be some of the best soul food you ever get in LA, but it's probably gonna rank up in your top at least 6. Okay? Their oxtails. The oxtails, the greens, the mac and cheese.
I can see it now.
The pork chops, the fried smothered chicken, the catfish bites, the catfish fillets. Fire. And the drinks are mason jars of Kool-Aid. red,
It's very
green,
good.
purple, blue. That's all you got for the drinks. Big ass mason jars. We gonna have a good time tomorrow, brother.
Oh yeah.
We gonna have a good
That
time
is-
tomorrow, brother.
Oh heck yeah! That
We-
you know what?
it's
And I
going
wasn't doing
down.
anything until the premiere. So like now, this okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is great. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a perfect segue into why these gentlemen are here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned them earlier. We're going to get back into what they do. I told you Brendan was an amazing producer and can get everything together. What I didn't say about Mark earlier when I was giving all of his accolades is that he is not only a producer, but he's a content creator. So they have a brand new show coming out on the Kev on Stage Studio app, and it's called the Honeydew List. Now, me and Farron were on here.
Brendan, you gonna make me the fat person and pick the
I
slice
think
first?
Angel and Tank were on there. It is a lot of familiar faces that you're going to know and a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So with that being said, I'm going to let Mark and Brennan discuss and tell about what is the Honeydew List.
Yeah. That's funny that you left that part out earlier.
But I did it for now.
Yeah, you did it. You
I did it for
No,
now.
right? I appreciate
I did it for
that. And the other part that's funny, huh?
I said you can describe it. You can probably describe it way better than
the
me.
other part that's funny is because a lot of people have no idea that I created the show, and it's
Yeah.
like I sitting around and we were working on the show. They're like, "Who's this guy that's out here trying to tell us what to do?" I was like, "Oh, the guy who kind of created the show." But it's
I
okay.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until
You didn't know my
somebody-
middle name.
Damn.
I can
Damn.
do this off, man. This is facts. These are all facts. Okay, no, serious. In all seriousness, Honeydew List. So yeah, it's kind of like a mixture between the newlywed game, taking the whole that element, the questions with couples and things like that, and I combined that with kind of like a challenge experience where people are competing in different challenges. I put the two together and created a show where it's different couples compete and they see who knows their partner the best. So really excited about it. It's something that me and my wife, we developed a few years ago, and I was able to bring the idea to Brennan, and Brennan was like, yeah, I mean, this sounds interesting. We'll see. And I had 4 or 5 other shows that I pitched with them.
Yep.
This one came out on top. We did that one first, and it premieres on July 6th. And super excited about it, man.
Yeah. I was there.
7-6 on the app. Get ready.
Yeah.
Re-download it if you let it go. Start your subscription back up if you let it fall. Real quick, what you think?
It's bussing.
Oh no!
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
hold on.
Now,
Mark,
now,
you gotta
yep.
try it.
Now I have to try it.
Cam is shaking his head no.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Well, Cam, I
All
mean,
right, I don't even eat pizza like
Like
that.
in my
but-
range of fast food pizzas, I expect it. I know it's not gonna taste great, but there should be a flavor. This is too middle of the road for me.
He's
Okay.
He's from New York.
So
He's
we
from
got
New
we
York.
got
Oh,
we got
yeah,
two
right.
different sides of the spectrum right now.
and you from New York?
Yeah.
What kind of seasonings you use, Cam?
I mean, I don't make pizza.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Wait. We got two more. We got
Yeah,
two
you
more.
go first.
This is. If you had closed my eyes and told me to eat this and said, "What kind of pizza is this?" I say it's DiGiorno.
Damn.
It tastes like frozen pizza.
Well, it
Wow.
is.
I mean, it is.
It absolutely is. They bring
Yeah.
it out of the freezer and they put
But
it in
it
the oven.
That's what it
delivers.
tastes like. Oh my god! He just has too many of them.
Because it's not delivery.
The texture's right. It gets the texture right, the look and the feel and all that's fine. It's just for me the flavor is just not there.
Yeah.
It tastes like it's been frozen. Yeah.
You remember that pizza you used to eat in middle school?
Elio's.
Yeah. Like
That's what you're getting from it?
The
The rectangle one?
pizza. That's what.
That
yep.
was gold to me.
Yeah,
if I could
that's
find
what
a
this
place that
tastes
made that
like.
pizza that they served in middle school and high school, I would be there
I'll say
regularly.
this is better than I thought it would be. I give it like I say the best pizza I've ever had in my life is like a 10 out of 10. This is probably like a solid 6.
I give it a
keep
6 too.
Now keep it in mind.
Yeah.
I'm not telling people to get this like it's movie night. You having people over. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in a pinch, when you're hungry and you got $10 or less, this $7 pizza gonna do what it's supposed
Okay,
to do.
so
But I
this
need
is
it
$7.
fresh, though.
This is $7.
It's a $7.
Damn,
It's-
go-
It's worth $7.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
Seven-
If it's
I'm about
$7
to-
for the whole pizza, then yeah.
I'm about to
Hold
jump-
on,
Isn't
man.
Little Caesars 5?
Is this better than a Little Caesars?
I would eat a Little Caesars over there.
I would eat
But
this.
that's
I would
because
eat this
of-
over Little Caesars, in my opinion.
It's a tie
See,
for me.
Little Caesars. How you
can't
said
eat Little Caesars.
there's no taste. I have no taste for Little Caesars.
Interesting.
They cheese don't even taste like anything. I feel
think-
like they use that plastic cheese, and that would make sense that they get that at a lower price and why they can sell it hot and ready
be.
for $5. This I actually taste something. I would eat Little Caesars if it's available and I can walk there from my car. Like I'm parked in the parking lot. Oh, shit's right there. like by Bon Barber.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not going Little Caesars anymore.
But you know what I used to throw down on? About to jog your nostalgia real quick. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on the bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
I have not sung that song.
I'm mad
that
we all
lyric.
just went in like we are all
is
students of the TV.
Yeah, we're acquired now.
I didn't even
know I knew that song. Like, you started singing, I was like, how do I know
Is
that?
it?
I don't even know what
Is it
company it
Pizza
is.
Bites or-
Pizza bites.
Yeah.
Pizza bagels, man.
But it was a smaller one, wasn't it? It was like the mini bagel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a mess.
Okay.
Somebody else fix this.
They would have been
Okay.
they would have been smart if they would have put the name of the brand in the song.
Yeah.
Because like for us, like at the end of the song, we're like, wait, who is this again?
Well, here's the thing, though. They are the only ones that are doing it, so they still have like kind of exclusivity. You know, if you want Pizza Bites, you got to go with this company. Okay, so I'm gonna make Mark's coffee up.
Mark's
for him.
very first
Yeah.
coffee.
We need some
I'm gonna
a
be
stir.
sick.
Stir?
Yeah.
I got it.
And then after that,
I'm gonna be.
I ordered also from 7-Eleven, aside from the champagne that we're also gonna pop. Oh shit! I poured it in the wrong one. I also ordered some Mad Dog 2020. Now,
Wow.
why did I do this? Because I saw it, and I was like, why not? So I just ordered a bottle of MD 2020 just to see what it tastes like now that we're adults and our taste buds are refined and we have disposable income, and we would never drink this on a regular basis.
Brennan, get more cups. We need more cups.
Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 2020.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
we got the Honeydew List.
Oh
Coming
yes,
out-
hosted by Melissa Fredericks. Let me make sure I
Hosted-
say that, because if I don't, she
Yeah.
will hit me over the head.
Hosted by Melissa Fredericks. And I've seen Melissa on podcasts with Kev, and I think them working together, makes her a lot more comfortable and open. But seeing her open up to this new endeavor of hosting a show was amazing.
She was excellent. I thought I wasn't sure either. I remember Brennan and I having conversations about this several times.
Who recommended it? Who recommended it?
Bro, I didn't know she hosted. She's like, yo, I think she's gonna be great. Sat with her. We had one meeting.
I told him, I was like, hey,
and-
this if Melissa hosts this, it's gonna be lit.
He was right.
He was like, I don't know. And
I
was like,
wasn't sure
trust
for
me.
sure,
Yeah.
but she killed it for sure.
I love
Absolutely.
when my friends are so serious about their craft, they don't let friendships and relationships overshadow who they are and what they do. And I mean this because one time, Chef Io, our homegirl, Io, yeah, that wasn't the best one to try. I'm sorry.
God.
Yeah. We hired Chef Io to cook for, coincidentally, me, Farron, and then Kev and his family. Now, at the time, me and Farron we were on a vegan kick, and so she ended up making 2 meals. But while she was there, Io didn't talk to us. She wouldn't let us get up, make our own drinks, make our own plate. She was in professional mode the entire time. She put the stuff in the dishwasher, and she left. We didn't talk to her until after she had sent the invoice. And I bring that up because Mark was like that with everybody on set.
Yeah.
Like when Mark is in producer, director mode, I don't know this nigga. Like Melissa had messed up on the name of something like he was like, stop. This is what you need to say. And he did
I guarantee
that.
you I know what it was. She said
was-
points instead of flop roses.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's
Yeah.
what she kept doing. And
Yep.
Mark was like, no, remember. Roses. I don't know if you've seen Whiplash, the movie Whiplash with
Tony Baker.
No,
he was in there,
you're
yeah.
talking
No, he
about-
wasn't. That's my
J.K.
one of my
Simmons-
favorite
J.K.
Tony.
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah.
Yeah.
When he was
Excellent.
giving whatever the boys' names, a chance on the drums, he was like, I want to do it another
Point
time.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, nope, not quite my speed, but
Not my
let's
speed.
try
Not
again.
my
Let's
tempo.
try-
Not my
Yeah,
tempo.
yeah.
Tempo.
But that's how you were, man, and you don't let, like I said, friendships and relationships prevent you from getting the job done.
No,
and I
I-
can appreciate that.
It's important, right? Like, I was very, very wary about the idea of blending lines, like friendships versus business. And honestly, I didn't think I would be able to work with you guys because we became such good friends. I was like, yeah, there's no way I can work with y'all. And then we started working together, and I was like, nah, man, just as long as we cool and it's time to clock in. Yo, we in clock in mode, and y'all good with that. Once y'all were good with that, I was like, oh yeah, we could do this all day. Just don't talk to me like I'm gonna be drinking, talking about cunnilingus and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
When we
He's
working.
definitely
We good.
different when he's
Yeah,
when he's
when it's
working.
time to work, it's time to work. For sure.
Brennan, you've oh yeah, you want the oranges? Oh please. Oh yeah, cool. Grab that, and we'll get a cup, and then we're also gonna pour up four cups of this MD 2022. So Brennan, you were he's just gonna try the oranges first. Okay. You were tell us your role on this and how you got people to rally behind it, got people together, and made the show happen with Mark's direction and idea.
No, so Mark brought us the idea, and then what ended up happening after that was what we do is we take it like a step further. Just like you think when you hear about networks and you hear about like you take a network, take an idea to a network and they're like, let's develop it. Yeah. It's like Mark had the idea like 80% of the way there in our eyes, and so we worked with him to get across that last 20.
Okay.
I'm saying that's how we brought in Melissa. We worked with him pretty intensely on like the different types of questions that were going to be a part of the game and how the rounds were structured, as well as like especially the last round that required a lot of work, which Mark was very intent on making sure it was a physical round.
Which, man, let me tell you something. That show almost caused some arguments.
Oh, it did cause some
caused
arguments.
a lot
No,
of
it did cause
arguments,
some.
yeah.
It caused some issues.
I'm telling you, I don't know for sure, but I can damn near guarantee there were a lot of car rides that started pretty quiet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
No, for
then
sure.
about 10 minutes in, so you don't remember the last time we argued, or you don't remember the first date? Like, because the questions were like that.
Yeah.
Luckily, and I say luckily, like this is hilarious to say luckily, me and Farron had just got into it. So we had remembered everything from that conversation, what we did to make up for that incident, what happened before, what led up to it. So everything was so fresh in our mind. But had we not maybe had that falling out, bro, it would have been a different situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And so I think that's what it is. Me and Tony Valentino, we worked with Mark to finish, to be able to help Mark put the polish on the end of it, and then we helped do the casting of it. And then I did all the legal stuff too. So I was just like, all right, let's make sure the paperwork's together. Let's make sure, the finances and all that other kind of stuff. So I was just like I feel like I was in a very much so in a supportive role. I was just like, yo, this is your baby. Let's teach it to walk together.
That's great. I love that we have a group of people who not only encourage your ideas, but they don't have to be in the spotlight to make sure it works or to feel like they're a part of it.
Mark had to force me to be here today.
Yeah, I get that. You do a lot of the support. You do a lot of the tedious paperwork. You do a lot of the legal, a lot of the money. And usually that's not a glamorous job, and it's not a job that's glorified or mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of shit would not be handled if you weren't on it. And the stuff that you don't know, you have the resources to reach out to people. Brendan connected me with my tax guy now. You have the resources, and you're never stingy with your resources. You're never stingy with your knowledge. And I appreciate that so much, especially being out here in L.A. because, in this entertainment business, aside from the backdoor end or the back end of it, a lot of times people want to share information. They don't want to show you how they got on. They don't want to. I remember when people started knowing about getting paid on right here. Did you get, see here? People started getting paid for YouTube and learning about the ads, and I would be asking people like, yo, how do you do this? How do you do Facebook?
Man.
Yeah.
And nobody would tell me. It was so close-lipped and all of this type of stuff, and I'm like, why y'all acting? This is not gonna take no money from you by
It's
telling
enough
me.
money to go around.
It absolutely
It
is.
is.
We don't even have the same fan base. And some of the people that you guys know were just acting so weird. And I will always credit CT for this because he sat me down. I went over his house and he told me everything for how to make money off of Facebook. And he broke it down to me. He was patient. He was thorough. And then he called a week later to do a checkup. They're like, yo, did you do this? Did you do that? And that is a testament of somebody that is comfortable in their skin, a good friend, and also somebody that's not trying to harbor all the benefits and all the winnings for themselves. Like it's so much money out here for everybody. So like when I got the game and ran with it, and then I had a connection with a lot of the OG comics like Chris Spencer and Jay Phillips and a couple others. When they asked me about how to do the side-by-side videos, I sent them a whole video.
You sent me that video too.
I sent you that video.
Yeah, you did.
I sent it to them because, like, bro, I ain't doing nothing that's new on the sun. I just got the knowledge before you did. But the same way somebody showed me, I can show you.
Yep.
So I appreciate everything that you do, even though it's not a glamorous job, even though a lot of times people don't mention your name, you are attached to so much success of everything that comes out of the studio, brother. And I just want to say thank you, and I love you. You're my dog, and I'm always
I love
here
you
for
too,
my
man.
boy.
Thank you.
Yes,
well,
sir.
it's funny. That brings up
same
two
sentiments.
things. There's two. What you say?
I have the same sentiments.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Seriously.
I was gonna say there's two things that are really interesting about what you just said to me. One of them is that, there was a long time when I didn't actually value what I brought to the table, because it's like specifically being black. I would say that specifically being black and being in this industry is that you kind of have the expectation of everybody. It's like everybody that I work with is pretty much in front of the camera or in the glamorous position. Like I'm a director. You know what I'm saying? Like either it's like they either wrote it, directed, or are acting in it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that you're like, this guy's the producer who doesn't care about the credit, or this lady, and so I didn't even I learned how to produce, but I realized the true value that I brought wasn't even that. The true value that I brought was the ability to be able to create structure behind things and be able to say, making sure you think of all the things to protect yourself, thinking about tomorrow, thinking about making sure that we don't have a problem 5 years from now or 10 years from now because we did it all the right way.
And that's essential for the success of any business.
Exactly.
Because and honestly, man, you honestly have one of the most important positions because, like you said, you're thinking about the longevity of it. What's going to happen 5 years from now?
Yep.
Everything's going right. I've talked about my tax situation. Had I known that, I wouldn't be in this situation if I had that knowledge. If I had, the resources to find out what I should have did.
Yep.
And I was living good for about a year and a half.
No, you had a good run.
I had a good
You had a
year.
good run, and you were like, Brennan, take a
COVID
look
was
at
nice.
this.
Yeah,
and I was just
nicely.
like, oh yeah, you guys should talk about that.
Yeah. He's like, Brennan's face changed. He's like, yeah, man, I help you out. He looked at my stuff. He's like, I'm gonna give you somebody's number. He hit me with that video. Like, it's above me now.
Yeah, I was like, this is beyond me,
it's
bro.
above me now.
It's beyond me, but I know who's good for this. So it's gonna be a difficult conversation, but we're gonna get you there.
Yeah.
And we did.
I got an off-screen text question too.
Okay, perfect. Before we go on, let's take a toast of this Mad Dog 2020. MD 2020.
This is terrifying. That sounds like it's not gonna be good.
This is Mark has a ritual that anytime you drink,
You have to toast.
We have to toast.
Yeah, he's
You
annoying
have to
about
toast. And
Don't call it annoying. It's
and
not
when we do
annoying.
shots, there's no sipping. You have to drink the whole shot.
Wait, is Cam
Cam, where you at?
No one gave me a cup.
Cam didn't think you wanted to do it, man.
Cam, I
No,
remember.
Cam's like, I'm about to
Yeah.
get bothered, man.
I didn't think Cam wanted to do. I saw it in the comments.
I could tell
Hippie was
Cam
like,
was-
Cam ain't doing this.
I was like, nah, I didn't even have to look at the comments.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, to sex, great
Wait,
friendship.
to what?
Success.
Oh, I thought you said sex.
I thought he said sex.
To
too.
sex?
Success.
I was about to say,
Fellatio.
yeah.
To success,
Fellatio.
great friends, learning from our mistakes, and making them great. And sex and fellatio.
Hey.
And cunnilingus. please don't
And
forget-
cunnilingus,
yeah,
which is
don't
also
forget- yeah.
fellatio.
women.
Yeah, please. That's still bad. That is actually still bad.
I don't mind it.
I was just saying, yeah, if you put that in a punch with a little vodka or tequila,
I don't mind it.
Bad.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
That wasn't bad.
You,
I don't need to
you
do
know
more
what?
of it,
What
but-
you need is a splash of Ray and Nephew.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
That is all right
Champagne.
with me.
Okay. Well, let's go to another story. If you guys were done, did you guys have anything else you want to talk? Let's just get them one more time with where they can find it and.
No,
when it's
so
coming
yeah,
out.
I mean, you want me to do it? Or
No,
you
go
want me
ahead,
to?
bro.
No, I was gonna say the second thing I was gonna say earlier is that I'm actually really excited for people to see this show, and the reason I'm excited for it is because you're gonna see a side of some of the talent that's on this show. Some of the celebrities or the people that you see a lot involved in this ecosystem in a way that you haven't before. You're gonna see their partners. You're gonna see them talking about intimate subjects in a way in a context that is uncomfortable but beyond entertaining, and it's also in a competitive spirit. It's like they're not just doing it, like they're competing with another couple to be like, yo, almost like who's the better couple.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even though everybody was super gracious about it and loving, that competition was real. Like Tahir was here to win. I love
it.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Farron was here to win.
And I was mad too. At one point, I was very upset. Sadiq, you want some of this?
And we got some surprise.
Thank you,
We
sir.
got some
I'll let
surprise
you
guests in there as well. So I highly recommend if you love, if you love relationships, if you love drama, if you love competition, if you love game shows, this is for you. It's gonna be a really good time. We had one of the last thing I was leaving this with is we had so much fun doing it, and then when we got into the edit, I had in my mind
That's
this
where I'm
show.
gonna jump in.
I was mad at you.
Yep, this is where I'm gonna
I was
jump in for
legit mad
sure.
at Mark.
Yeah, I wanna
because
jump in for this.
No, yeah, because we legit had talked about it.
Yeah, you can
and said
make
this
all
is
the
going to be
faces you
30
want.
minutes or less
Yeah, you
per
did.
episode. Mark was like, cool, got it. We got into the edit.
Mark agreed with you just to get what he wanted, just because he wanted to
No,
get a
we
film.
got, bro. we
Hey,
got into the edit.
was I right?
We slimmed out all the stuff, and the episodes were just like 44, 45, 47.
Was I right?
And I'm like, Negro, we had a goal here.
Was I
And
right?
I was just like,
I'm waiting for the confirmation of if I was right or not.
no, you were wrong. And the
Oh.
reason you were wrong is because you said that's what you were going to do, and you did not. So that makes you wrong. Is it good? Is it great content? Yes.
Okay,
but that's
then
not
we're
what you were
good.
talking
I'm
about.
right.
Right about. We said the rightness. The rightness
Cheers to being right.
was about saying this is being what you are. You said this is what it was going to be, and then when we got there, it couldn't be that. So you was wrong.
But Brennan,
But it's fantastic.
we all know what when we go into this.
Don't
Like,
give a nigga an inch. That's what it felt like.
no, it's not that. You know that.
That is-
We are all committed to.
Here we go. You got to.
We are all committed to presenting the best form of the content that we can. I mean, not zooming with the homies, but working as hard was supposed to be 15, 20 minutes. And sometimes those episodes went
40-something
30.
minutes.
Initially, Diving the DMs was supposed to be a 10 minutes, 10, 12 minute show.
Roxy, you and Roxy are too crazy.
She is amazing.
Both of
I
y'all.
love Roxy Hayes. She is
I think
fantastic.
I'm learning is like I'm good at matching energy because remember I
Yeah.
was the one who said bring Roxy.
Yeah.
You know?
So that was we have these ideas, but sometimes the magic is so much magic you can't get rid of it because a joke might not line up that they said earlier. If they said later, if you cut one of those out. So I'm very excited to see this. I was dreading doing this show. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm like relationship shows sometimes stir up some shit and all this type of stuff. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't given a lot of background. But it was a fantastic time.
See, and that's
Wait till
the-
you see how it comes off.
That's but that's the thing. So even like what Brennan said, Brennan was like the one thing that he pointed out, which was a big selling point for me, the reason why I wanted to do the show to begin with, is because we see all of you. We see these comics, we see these influencers, we see all of you come out and be a person, a talent on stage, but we never get to see the behind the scenes part. We never get to know you as you. So when we got the chance to do this show, I knew it was going to run long because at the end of the day, we were going to be showing a side of y'all that no one ever gets to see.
Yeah.
And now, so let me explain to y'all what's happening on the show. We talk about their sex lives.
Yep.
We talk about places that they've had sex, places they're
intimate.
doing in public.
We talk about issues they had in a relationship.
Issues. The last time they got into a fight.
Just for the
who
record, he was going to
started
keep going
it.
in the sex direction if y'all didn't. pick
No,
up on
I'm
that.
saying it's everything.
Yeah, it's
because
everything.
the show.
It is everything. I just know you. It's just like you
Yeah,
like, we talk about
it's-
sex,
it's-
where they had sex, how they had sex,
No,
the
I was
positions
going
they had
into the
sex.
relationship.
I mean, that's part
Well,
of the
by the way,
relationship.
we did talk about
I
all
know
of
we
those
did, but I'm
things
just
in
saying, I just
there.
know you, Mark. You was like,
I
I'm on a
wasn't.
roll now.
But
We
you
in the
know,
sex.
We
it's-
talk about other stuff too.
But we did. We got into
Fellatio.
things, just anger, what made them love each other, all the different things that you just don't get to talk about. It's only behind closed doors. We get to talk about that. We got to be able to show those things. So yeah, if the show ran long, it ran long, but we got to see sides of y'all that we never
And
get
I'll
to
say
see.
some of the couples really surprised me.
Yeah,
in both
for sure.
ways.
For
In
sure.
both ways. Some of them I was like, on the surface level, you're like, they're probably just doing this for whatever. And then you watch them interact, and you're like, oh wow, this love is deeper than I could have
Yeah.
imagined.
Yeah.
And then other
Absolutely.
times you're like, they have the deepest love possible, and you're like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
it's
excited
very
to
interesting.
I definitely, we were able to see our love personified in this show. Because the situation, the falling out that we had, it was extreme. I think at that moment, and we were able to talk it out, work it out, get through it, get back to loving on each other. Everybody, both sides made their points, and I'm pretty sure I apologized because I'm pretty sure I was at fault with it. But regardless, like, we were able to show our authentic self, and like you said, that's a side that people don't get to see because when the camera's on, you want to put your best foot forward.
Yep.
And in this
Fit or
situation,
the
we were
foot.
able to show all of that. You got a full 360 of what our lives and what our marriages look like, and you really get to get a better experience of that
Yeah,
person.
no scripting,
And my twin
no
brother,
anything
and my
like
twin
that.
brother was on it.
On the first episode too.
Yeah, my
man.
twin brother's in the
Yeah.
first episode
So-
against CT,
Shout out to
right?
Alonzo.
Yep.
Against CT and Tangerine. That's
CT and
one of my
Tangerine
favorite
was a-
episodes, actually.
Yeah.
What you need?
A charger.
I got you. Is it iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. I got you.
All right. So July 6th, 7/6 is when that show comes out. Be looking out for it. Kev on Stage Studios app. Listen, man, we are doing something very special here. We're able to get content out to our supporters in a way that is very rarely seen. Everything is done in-house. Everything is done organic. We use our own team. We have probably the most, if the most black cam ops and female black cam ops that any production house has. And we make dope shit, man. So if you're not subscribed to Kev on Stage Studios, do that. Check out the show. It's going to be coming out. We also got other shows that are coming out. So you just don't want to miss out on any of the content that's going to be coming. It is an amazing experience that we got going on.
Hey, it was just a sip, okay? Somebody said that Mad Dog must be talking to see. It was just a sip. Now, if you give me a little more, I'm gonna be on the flow.
Let's get back to a couple more stories before we get out of here. Let me pull it up. This has been a great episode, guys. I appreciate everybody coming through and just having a good time with us.
Oh, why are you looking for that? Why are you looking for that?
What you got?
Here we go. I knew it. Here it is.
Patrick explained to Brennon that he couldn't make it to the show because he was expecting a Calipigian woman who performs great fellatio, to which Brennon not only acquiesced, but overstood.
Used all the words.
All the words. Well
Jesus,
done, sir.
that wasn't even planned. That was great.
That was really good. That was just good. He was like, I don't know if you knew I write poetry.
That might be a way to close out all the words.
You gave me great perspective on your talent, man.
This brother's dope, man. This brother is dope, man. Let me see. I think Pat had another good one. Well, yeah, I feel like we got to talk about this. Obviously, over the last week or so, the media has been flooded with the unfortunate demise of the 5 people
we're gonna do this?
the 5 people in the sub that were trying to get down to the Titanic's wreckage. Unfortunately, that overshadowed everything else that was going on, including the 700 migrants in Greek waters on a ship that sank. So
I heard about that.
We had 4 billionaires and one of their sons, and they covered the media coverage. I mean, it was just the media coverage was just slammed with them. Everywhere you look, all social media, it was all about that. Some amazing gifts and memes and posts, but that I mean, it covered everything. It was a blanket statement all over the world. We were all looking at that, and we somehow missed this entire story. Now, I'm not saying that one life is greater than the other, but we're talking about 700 versus 5, and it's barely got any type of coverage. According to ABC News, an overcrowded boat with about 750 passengers sunk in Greek waters. The boat was attempting to smuggle humans from Libya to Italy in the hopes of a better life. Occupants were asked to pay the smugglers $5,000 to $8,000 for a spot on the boat. 104 people were rescued and 82 bodies were recovered. The remaining are still missing or presumed drowned. Nearly 36 individuals have been arrested in connection with the case. Human rights activists are furious that the world is not shining more light on this horrifying tragedy and seeing more focus on the missing submarine instead. Judith Sutherland.
You can do it. Come on.
Come on
Now. Come on, Jesus.
I've never seen it right.
Sutherland.
So it's pronounced like Sutherland. Suther. Okay.
Sutherland.
Associate Director of Human Rights Watches Europe and Central Asia divisions.
Yes, God. You got this.
The willingness to allow certain people to die while every effort is made to save others. It's a really dark reflection on humanity. 750 people.
How long ago were we doing campaigns against slavery in Libya? How long ago was that? You remember that?
I don't remember.
You said the campaign against slavery in Libya?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like 2015?
2015, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And for that to be, like you said, you don't even remember that. You know what I'm saying? So for that to be such a thing to where now it's slight coverage of a ship where Libyans are trying to escape and to get their freedom. It's fast how news just gets washed away.
Yeah. Living my Jeff life mentioned it's worth mentioning. He knew it was a distraction because all the attention that it was given while everything else was going on.
Can I play devil's advocate though?
Please.
I would say I agree with everything that we're saying. I'm on the side of saying that, you know, what is right and the resources we put towards humanity and people, especially people of color that are, you know, our capitalistic society values those with money over those who do not. They value them with fair skin over those who have darker skin. I agree with all those things. I'm going to play devil's advocate now, though, as a person who creates content and media, is that just speaking off of a general curiosity or interest side of things, the submarine story is a more interesting story. And the reason it's more interesting is this. First and foremost, most people don't know shit about the ocean and about how deep it is. So number one, we're being educated by this story. Like, how deep is the Titanic? Shit, well, how deep is the ocean? You know, it's like, is the whole ocean deep like that across? Like, yeah, actually, that's the average depth of the ocean, and we can't touch it.
Yeah.
Vast majority of the time, we can't touch it. How interesting was it that they went down, and it took us this many days to even figure out that they exploded because we don't have the technology to get down that deep outside of very few, like a literal handful of submarines and, like, robots that we can put down there across the entire planet. So that's number one. Number two, I think that there was a lot of people that were cheering for them to die. And I think that made it different. Is that, you know, on the capitalistic side of things, like a lot of people that, yes, we celebrate money and riches and all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of people who cheer against it. And so there's a lot of people cheering that these motherfuckers die.
That's what you get. You shouldn't have went down there.
Yeah, it's like, that's what you get. You put $22,000
Literally
toward
every
this.
conversation I've had is
Exactly.
that.
Nobody.
I will agree with that.
There has been no public outcry. There has been nothing. And the only argument that there's going to actually be laws that change now because of what happened is that these private companies are working in international waters to do this, so there's no laws. But the issue being, the reason why there's about to be laws that are going to happen because of this is because as soon as shit goes wrong, who has to come save them? Our governments that we pay for.
Yeah.
So all that shit that we were talking about, all that international stuff to come help them, all that kind of stuff, we paid for that. Not the billionaires. They didn't pay for that. We paid for that. So now the governments are like, oh, now y'all want to start doing this shit? Now you got to follow the regulations or we're not going to come for you. And so all that to say is that I think there's the two aspects of this story that made it really stick with people, because I think the biggest one is that a lot of people were kind of cheering for them to die. Which sounds terrible, but at the same time, like, everybody's like, I don't give a fuck about these billionaires because these billionaires don't give a fuck about me. Whereas, like, capsizing ships with refugees, the saddest thing that I can almost imagine in a lot of ways is all too consistent. How many times in the last 2 or 3 years have we heard of something like that happening? You know, whether it be like from back in the day, like Elian Gonzalez, you know, for coming from Cuba, all the way up until today. Like, that is a reoccurring story in the news, but there ain't no other story like a bunch of billionaires going into a submarine that blows up, you know,
Let me
underwater.
ask you this question. How long you think it'd be today before they put the movie out?
They already put it out.
Oh.
The movie came out the day before the oxygen was supposed to. They put out a documentary about it the day before the oxygen was supposed to.
We're
come out.
talking about the live action.
The live action.
Oh,
like,
live action.
Who do you
2
think?
years.
2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
Bruh. And that is how a lot of people deal.
But what's the movie?
or
What's
look.
the movie gonna be though? Because they just imploded.
It does not
It's gonna be
matter.
from the family, the people who.
It's going to be in the first hour of it.
They'll,
It's
drama,
gonna be,
they'll dramatize.
Yeah, it's going to be them building up to the thing and then actually going down there. And then
It's
it
gonna be so
happens.
dramatic right
It's
before
gonna
it
go
explodes.
blank. It's gonna go blank screen like The Sopranos, and it'll just be over.
And then they're gonna show Rick Ross video of what did he say about it? He said, "Ha, you know, rest in peace to the families and everything. What I want to know is why wasn't the thing tethered to the thing? So as soon as they lost communication, they could have just zipped them back up. That's all I'm saying, Rick Ross."
Shout out
Who's gonna
to
play Rick
Pears.
Ross? Yeah, who's gonna play Rick Ross' character?
I think they're gonna just pull actual clips from the internet. I'm sure somebody right now is gathering all the footage of people talking, all the news coverage, all of that type of stuff, and it's going to be in this film or in this documentary
I
that
think
comes out, the live action.
As a person again who creates content, I would say that is a movie I wouldn't want to touch.
Well,
yeah.
I
here's
mean,
the
they
thing.
touched United '93.
They touched that. They touched Passion of Christ.
You know, I know,
And
but
that
that's
case, the
okay.
thing, well,
But that'll
Passion
make
of
money.
Christ-
But I'm saying like this movie though, it's like they'd have to do a damn good
No,
job.
because they're gonna have to dive into the people's lives.
No pun intended.
You're really nimble.
he is so he was right there.
He's
He
good.
was right there.
This is why he's on Wildin' Out.
Yo.
This is why he's on Wildin' Out.
Wildin' Out made me.
Listen, I would say that I agree with what you said.
With
I
what
agree with
what I said?
With what you said. I agree that you said 12 more, and it's been about 6.
You told me not to let you get away. I ain't let you get away with the not
I
near
agree
another
with what
one.
you said. I agree that capitalists run the world, and it is very interesting to see what happens with these people. I think that it's also easier when it's a smaller number to feel more connected to it than a bigger number, because that's 750 faceless. Well,
he's actually super right about this.
It's 750 faceless people versus 5 or 4 billionaires and their son. And the son is another, like, that's a whole nother aspect, because now we're finding out that he didn't want to go.
Yep.
The dad was trying to, like, bond with the kids, spend some time. So you're going to get that. And then you're also going to get, like, you know, like, why would they take this trip, spend $250,000 when somebody like James Cameron paid $10 million for the sub? Well, and it's like, are you trying to cut corners? Like, was it like, what? I think that's going to really hit if they do make a movie about it.
In comparison to the sub versus the 750, I do agree with you that the numbers is a thing. But I don't agree with the numbers, because then you start talking about the world trade and all that stuff, and it's no longer the numbers. I'm just saying it's circumstantial to me.
The world trade was in a major.
That's what I'm saying.
City.
It's circumstantial.
It was in.
I'm not gonna go with just the numbers. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I can't just go with. It
was in a major city, and it was the initiation for the cause of a war.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about it, like you said, if you think about numbers, you know, a ship sinking, you can go right back to the Titanic.
Right.
And then they build a story within that already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
but that was white folk though. So I mean.
Yeah. Bing bang. There it is right there.
Yeah.
Ship full of Libyans. The Titanic.
Right.
But not just that.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's also the money aspect, because people get stabbed. I don't know how many murders. I don't know the stats right now of murders per day. But I'm sure it's a significant number that we would probably be shocked by when we hear it. People get stabbed every day. But when the owner or creator of Cash App got stabbed and killed, that was all over the news. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. The people, the person that got stabbed in Rhode Island or buttfuck Michigan, nobody hears about that. I'm just saying.
Michigan's amazing.
Bati boy, Mexican.
You literally hit 3 bad.
He just does not care.
3 shots.
We don't hear about that.
But
we hear about the rich people that get killed.
That makes more sense though. That's what I'm saying. Is that you're talking about the numbers. I'm saying that it's going to be about the amount of money.
It's about how you can connect to it.
Yeah.
Imagine getting stabbed a block away around the same time from the same person.
Oh yeah, nobody ever heard that.
And you sitting in the hospital watching, hey, I got stabbed too.
But here's the thing. They might mention yours only because it's the same person that stabbed. But they probably won't say your name.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, like, for me, that's human nature. That's why people care so much about celebrities, is that it's our human nature to care about things that we're familiar with. We care about,
or want to be familiar
or
with.
want to be familiar with.
Yeah.
We care about Cash App because we use it. And so we don't know who the person who created Cash App is. Like, right now, it's like, who created Venmo? We don't know. But if that motherfucker dies today, like, we gonna know. We gonna be like, we gonna be like, oh wow, that's the person that did Venmo, because I'm familiar with something that they did. Something that they did touched my life. So that story means more to me. It's not in that particular instance. It definitely is about. It's indirectly about money. For me, it's more so about familiarity. You know, it's like
I agree.
Yeah, I said Elian Gonzalez, and like y'all all remember from when y'all was kids. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker wasn't rich. You know what I'm saying? But he was cute. You know what I'm saying? He was cute. He had a really crazy good story, and he connected to us all. And that's the reason why I got so much news coverage. Yeah. And so if everything comes back to story. You know, if you have a great story that people can connect to, then it hits the news cycle and hits it hard.
It's got depression.
One of our Scary Squad members just pointed out that there's been more than 350 mass shootings already this year. And we may have heard about maybe 20, 30.
364 4 days in a year.
Yeah.
We already had
last topic I want to talk on, and this is another one with gun violence. And
couldn't help yourself.
America has a problem with gun violence. I was talking to a friend of mine, London Hughes, and we were talking about how her first mass shooting in the States really affected her because she is not accustomed to that. Over in London, in England in general, you can't have guns.
Yeah.
Even the cops don't have guns. They have a whistle. They have the baton.
And confidence.
Like for real. Like, only the SWAT has
knife.
guns outside of, like, you know, people legally having guns. But you can't go to a gun range. You can't go into a gun shop. They don't have that over there. It is a completely different world for her. So the gun violence in America was so jarring to her because, you know, she would see sometimes on the news about some shit, but for the most part, that wasn't her life. And when I heard that and I accepted that as her truth, I was like, damn, that's crazy to grow up not hearing about that shit. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the Carlisha Hood situation in was it Cook County? And Carlisha Hood was in a food spot. She was waiting to get her food. She got into it with some guy, Jeremy Brown. And the guy was like, man, just get your food and go, boom, boom, boom. And then he put his hands on her. He proceeded to punch her multiple times. Initially, they said that Carlisha had texted her son, who was in the car, who was 14. He came out, I guess a gun was in the car. He came out with the gun, and once the man was assaulting his mom, he shot the man in the back. Then reports said that as the man got shot in the back, he ran out, and Carlisha and her son ran out after him, and she was yelling to shoot him again, kill that nigga, something like that. I'm sure, something like that. And then there were also reports that said she instructed her son to shoot a witness that had witnessed the whole thing. Now, again, these are all reports, and stuff comes in from hearsay, but they have footage, and prosecutors have dropped, because they had got arrested.
Yep.
She went to turn herself in the next day. They were arrested. She was held on like $3 million bond and charged with murder and something with a minor.
Yep.
But prosecutors have dropped all charges against Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son in the shooting death of 32-year-old Jeremy Brown. That was the guy that got shot. Citing a further review of evidence in the case.
Wait, they said what? He was 32-year-old. What's his name?
His name was Jeremy Brown. That was the guy that hit her and then eventually got shot. Cell phone video shows Brown punching Hood 3 times before the shooting. And so now they're ruling it self-defense. And I was talking to Fran about this the other day before this news came out. And I was like, there's no way they're going to keep them in.
Yeah.
Because he hit her first and then he hit her multiple times. And even though they chased him out and maybe shot him again, it's like...
Did he die?
Bro, yeah, he died.
Okay. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he died. If I'm a 14-year-old...
And
my mom is getting assaulted,
I didn't understand
and
how
I have
this
this.
was not.
I am definitely shooting to kill.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not even listening. I might hear my mom. I'm not even listening. This man put his hands on my mom. It's over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm gonna chase him out. My adrenaline is rushing. I blacked out. I have this in my hand that can settle this. I'm definitely doing that, and I was hoping that if it did go to trial, that they would use all of that in the intense moment of reaction. This is why he followed and this is why he fired again. Because I didn't know if they were gonna do the whole once somebody flees type thing, then if you shoot after that, then you can be held responsible because the gun laws are different everywhere. In California, it's a flee before fire state, which means that you are obligated to try to leave your residence if you can, like there's a back door before you fire your weapon. There's also a law for the 9-round rule out here. So you're only supposed to be able to have 9 rounds or 9 or 10 rounds in your clip. So if your clip holds more than that, you have additional bullets in there. For each additional bullet in there, you can get up to 10 years.
It's a thing.
And they also have a law out here where if your gun is registered and a crime is committed in a 5-mile radius, and the gun fits the description of your registered pistol, they can come to your house without a search warrant and see if the gun has been recently fired. California has ridiculous liberal laws with guns, but at the same time, I feel that way. The same time I feel that way, I feel like we need stricter laws.
We need
like
something.
That. We need something like that.
Yeah.
I think Chris Rock said it best. He make the bullets expensive.
He's like, $5,000 a bullet.
$5,000 a bullet. You're gonna make sure you hit who you're trying to kill.
Yep.
Or you won't have the bullets.
You ain't gonna shoot. You ain't gonna shoot. Like,
simple as that.
You're $5,000. I'm okay.
That's that. Do you guys have any views on the whole situation with Carlisha Hood?
When you were telling the story, like my imagination runs with things, and I'm actually really happy that he didn't end up accidentally shooting his mom. That was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, he's attacking her, and he shot her while she's being attacked. It's not that easy to shoot somebody with a pistol. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially
14
years old.
And the recoil on the gun,
recoil,
you don't know.
And if the bullet goes through him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying if the bullet stops in him, then you're good. But if it goes through him and goes into your mom, then you're
Oh,
like,
my God. I
can you imagine?
what he would...
That's what I was
been
thinking while you were telling it. But, I mean, like, this dude, like, beating up a woman inside of a restaurant or a fast food spot, and her teenage son comes to defend. Like, I think the prosecutors were just like, what are we supposed to what are we going to argue here?
But you literally just touched on what I would talk about is the fact that he was raised right. Like, how many?
He knew how to shoot.
He
that's
knew
for
how.
sure.
He came in and was like, "Yo, my mom is being attacked," and literally jumped in. I give him credit just for that, yo. There's a time we live in a time and place where most folks would pick up a phone and want to come and just film it. So the fact that her son knew, like, yo, my mom is being attacked, and it wasn't like hesitation or anything like that. Jumped in and was like, yo, I got to protect my mom. Like, that is an amazing thing to me.
Me and Farron talked about the whole filming aspect, like all those people there, nobody tried to intervene. And stop
Exactly,
them.
you know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, had they not had that footage,
I agree.
If they had
know what I
the
mean?
footage, they'd be in trouble.
because the footage inside the restaurant, I think, is like CCTV, so you don't hear, you don't have the audio.
Yeah.
But it's from these phone recordings that people were able to piece it together. They got the footage of them pulling in. They see her come in the door. They see the beginning of the altercation, and then they see when it turns physical. And they see when the kid comes in, fires a weapon, and all that type of stuff. The crazy thing that made me say, like, wow, we are in a different type of time, is the first hit he delivers to the lady, because he's like, ma'am, get your food and go. Then he says, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out on my grandmother. On my grandma, you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. And the lady is like, boy, fuck you.
One more thing.
Right? And so he hits her, and then you hear somebody say, well, he told her. Why are you doing
Great,
that?
ridiculous.
Why are you doing
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
Like, that
Like,
doesn't justify physical violence.
Right.
Say one more thing, I'm gonna hit you. Like, that's not okay. You said it, but that still doesn't justify that you put your hands on me.
Yeah.
words are words.
I'll say this. I've seen death. I've seen people get shot. I've seen people get stabbed. I dodged a couple bullets. One of my biggest fears is taking a life. Defending my mom, without a doubt. But then there's that, you got to live with, yo, I killed the man.
he in therapy
That
for
is
sure.
that is different.
Yeah.
And we
He
were
in
talking
therapy
about
for
that
sure.
on Squadcast one time. It's like, it is, I would never incriminate myself on camera, but I will say that, you know, I've been involved with some things
You done showed
and
your
heard some things after this incident took place, and it is very hard to hear. I just ignored it.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even
He was so quick with it.
going.
He was so
there.
quick
He's
with it.
always there with me. He's always there.
You're good.
But you're right. A lot of people don't talk about that. I mean, even with our vets, when they come home,
Oh, my God.
that murder, that death, that mayhem, those bodies stick with them.
Yeah, you
and
don't
that's
get rid of
not
that.
something, especially in like a multitude. And then, like, that shit can, if you don't get the right help, you don't talk to people, you don't get the therapy, you don't get the systems that you need, that could send you over.
Yeah.
It becomes easier to do. You
Stomach
know,
churning.
But what happens if he didn't step in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to ask yourself the question, like, what if her son did not step in?
Yeah.
How did
No,
that
yeah.
end up going?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I was raised with the idea that if my wife, my mom, my sister is being attacked, I don't know how, there's no stop. There is no, okay, hit, and knock them down and just make sure it's in them.
yes,
That's
same.
how I was raised.
Same.
So the
Same.
fact of the matter is, again, this day and age, the fact that her son, I read that story and the first thing I thought was like, yo, her son knew to jump in.
Yeah.
Her son knew to jump in, protect his mom. Whoever that kid marries, is gonna be like, yo,
You know, without a doubt.
you know,
Yeah.
this,
And I-
he
yeah.
got me.
Yeah.
That
mean,
is dope, man.
I don't think
'Cause
that's gonna be. It's gonna take a while to be able to talk about that kind of stuff, though. It's like you like whoever they marry is just like they're gonna learn it after they figure out what that happened.
Well,
but
of course, we're
this
still
is-
talking
Also-
about the idea of therapy and all those different type
Yeah.
of things, but I'm just saying, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he knew, like, without a doubt, like, I'm supposed to protect her. That's an amazing thing, you know what I mean?
Also
Like,
think
I
of his
commend him for that.
influence with his environment.
Right.
Because, you know, he could go back to the hood and be like, yo, you put in work for your mom, dog. I see how you doing. That's
Yeah.
probably going to boost him. Yo, I see how you get down, bro, for your mom. Yo, don't nobody play with his mom, da-da-da-da. And he could be like in the street, he could be like, yeah, don't nobody play with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
sure.
I put out-
Yeah.
Nobody can
Yeah.
say shit to you. Can you imagine going back to
probably-
school after that?
and
Right.
Probably when he get home, all he probably hears is that bah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
He
His
needs
life
help
will
for
never be the
sure.
same.
He gotta
He
sit
needs to
with
get
that.
help.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
And then being
handle that.
arrested.
And then
And
being
being
arrested.
Got arrested. Yeah, he got processed.
For doing what in your heart of hearts, and I'm not saying that it was, I'm not saying it wasn't. In your heart of hearts, you believe what was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not saying if it was or wasn't. Do you feel like Oh, I don't want to ask. I don't
My-
want to
my
put
thing-
you-
no,
I don't
no,
wanna
we
put
just
you
you
on the spot. I don't
gotta
wanna
you
put
gotta
you-
you gotta you gotta do it.
I
Like
got you. Yep.
when we turn the cameras off, we'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
well, I didn't put you on the spot. Never mind.
when you think of both sides, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I protected my mother,
Right.
but I also took a man's life.
Yeah.
Right. Because he got shot twice. He
I
got
get
shot
you.
one aside at the restaurant. And so, you know, he has to think about like, man, if I only shot him once, he would have lived. He would have made it.
And he might have came back.
Like, was it that second shot that did it? And then I took this man's life, you know.
Or is it just my heart that thinks like a man is gone?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
His mama
like if
doesn't
you,
have a baby
If,
no
I
more.
don't know. You shot him in the leg, or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. But it's different. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So here's where this comes into is I was bragging to an OG about a fight that I got into. And I was bragging to him. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I tore him up. I did this. I did that. I did all of that. And I'm telling my OG this and like thinking he's going to be like, yo, you put in work. He's like, suppose you to kill that boy. Suppose you to picked him up, you slammed him, hit his head on the concrete, brain done. Suppose you to killed that boy. He said, I know your mother. And she'd have just been heartbroken for the rest of her life. And he put that in perspective for me, and I was just like,
Perspective.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's really perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So-
No, absolutely.
But at the same time, you know, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just thinking.
Yeah,
both
it's
sides.
so many perspectives to look at
factors.
this,
Yeah.
and so many factors, like you said. But in the end of it, a man is dead, unfortunately. A course of actions led to him no longer being around for his family. You know, they haven't said if he has kids or anything like that. He was 32 years old.
Yeah.
You know, 32
young.
years old. That's young, bro.
Very young.
You might not even be in your career.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it led to that. I would just encourage everybody, like, just, man, I know it's hard to, especially in the heat of the moment, but lead with love. You know, even if they were arguing over whatever, I don't see anything get to that point where he had to put his hands on her, especially because she wasn't in his face. If you look at the video, she was still in the corner at the window. Like, she wasn't going back and forth, hand in his face, all of that type of stuff. The angry black woman type shit they like to label our women as. It wasn't that. They had a disagreement. She wasn't feeling what he was saying. He wasn't feeling what she was saying. At one part of the video, I thought I heard him say, he gonna get the gun?
Yeah,
And-
I heard
and
that.
yeah.
And I think that's what turned him up too.
Yeah, absolutely turn them up. But it's like, okay, at this point, all right, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let me get up out of here. It ain't even worth that.
Right.
It's my thought. But I've been to some shit to where I know what could happen if, you know, that gets brought into the situation. And I think our ego and our pride gets in the way of a lot of
absolutely.
stuff, and that
Absolutely.
could turn deadly. So it's unfortunate. I hate to hear it. I hate that the whole situation happened. I hate that the young man, the 14-year-old, was in that situation, that he had to do what he had to do. But I'm glad that they're looking at it from the angle of self-defense, because if it was my mom, I would have did the exact same.
Man, and I'm
That's
saying,
all I'm
like,
saying.
in the moment,
Yeah,
probably would have turned up on him.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Same.
saying? But at the same time, I gotta live with that.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life.
But
So that's all
Nobody
I'm saying.
nobody
It's like,
wins in that situation.
Not saying that.
Well, I think we all do the exact same thing in that
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
whole
Not,
point.
not saying
Would
that
you
I'm-
guys have
I'm not
stepped
gonna
in
go-
as spectators?
I like to think so.
Yeah, I like to think so too. But you know, when you're in that situation, you never think it's gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Right?
You're just like, oh,
You
they're gonna
know,
stop.
yeah,
Oh,
they just
he ain't
they're
gonna hit her
get into it,
again.
whatever. But then when he was like, on my mama, say one more thing. At that point, I'm like, hey, bro, let it go, bro. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Come on back. It's all good. I would have tried to be like, Miss Lady, I'll pay for your food, bro.
Yeah.
I'll pay for your food, to try to diffuse it and move that part.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in that movie, you're watching that shit, you're like, is this really finna happen?
Right.
Most people in those situations, like,
They
I
freeze.
know this ain't happening.
Yeah, they
I know
freeze
this
up.
ain't
A lot of people
really
freeze
happening.
up.
The
Hold up.
expectation is someone else is going to step in. Unfortunately, when something like this is happening to you in a crowd, you're less likely to be saved than if
Same
one
thing
or
with
two
calling the
people
police.
are present.
Cam, it is
Like
so
you-
funny you asked that question. And I'm going to say this because anybody who knows me and Tahir knows me enough now, even though he don't know my middle name, he knows me enough now to know I am always the first guy. I don't spectate. I don't break out my phone. There's a reason why my social media looks the way it does, because I don't do that. I could see somebody approaching someone, and I'm already in it. This happened just a couple weeks ago. We was at a screening for The Blackening, And there's this cat who wanted to get in a fight with 3 other dudes. And the dude who wanted to get in a fight with the 3 other dudes, there was no thought. I was coming down the escalator like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this because this is gonna get violent. I don't know how else to react. I automatically jump in. So that's what makes me commend the kids so much, because I can't commend the folks who's sitting there with the phone and filming. Like, yo, you're watching a woman get attacked by a man.
And what you gonna do with that footage? Like, I mean,
That's the thing.
thankfully it was helpful in this situation,
Yeah.
but most times we be filming this shit and we're like, yo, check this shit out. They happened the other day, and
I
then you never use it again.
guy.
It's a
It's
views and
helpful
likes
in the
chase.
situation, but
Yeah.
it would have been more helpful for someone to stop them
Yeah.
from fighting each other, because then it probably would have led to no one dying.
You know what I've seen? I've seen a lot of people do this right here, right? Like especially on Twitter. They'll post a video of something that they know probably went viral, or they'll probably, leave a reply on or a quote on some video or whatever, and they'll say it like to get likes, for it to get attention. And then when it's getting all the attention, they'll hit the, hey, well, while we at it, y'all follow me. Or
Yeah. You see
And
that
I'm
a lot
just-
on Twitter.
Yeah.
You see that a lot on Twitter. It's hard to grow on Twitter. So people are like, oh, y'all liking this? I'm going viral. I wasn't planning to. Why you here? Go ahead and say. And it's like, why you doing this for the wrong reasons then?
Yeah.
Right.
It's obvious.
Your negativity, like you're using negativity as a catapult to,
It happens all the time.
Which
You
is
know what I'm
whack.
saying?
It drives me
But
nuts.
I mean, like, you see a lot of outlets doing that. A lot of outlets started off positive and posting great stories, and then they weren't getting the views of
World Star.
that in other outlets, and then they switch it. And it's unfortunate, but that also says a lot about us as humanity. We like the drama. We do. We like the stress. We
Can't
like
look
the
away from the
bullshit,
car
all
wreck,
that type of
bro.
stuff. We like it. We like violent movies and all that shit. And it's crazy
Love violent
that
movies.
nothing else represents it more than this. You can go see a movie where somebody shoots John Wick. John Wick probably killed
John
John
who?
Wick?
John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick?
Last week?
John
Have you
Wick
seen it? He ain't weak.
Probably
what?
killed no
Leave
less
Tahir
than
and his
100
Hold on,
speech
hold on.
alone.
Now, hold on. Let's just take a moment with it. This Negro right here, I let him go, and he's like, why you like, that's on you, that's on you. And so the rest of the
I didn't say
episode,
that.
here we are. So don't
we
you
are.
defend this Negro. He asked for
Yeah,
this.
we're
I fuck
at,
up
we're
a lot
at
of words.
12.
He
You know
asked
what?
for
We're
this.
at
This is
12.
just coming from
We're at
somebody
a
who
dozen.
used to say "mo control." Okay, so that's why I feel cop and shot,
Mo
cop and
control.
shot, and mo
Hold on.
control.
Yeah.
See, King, he been on everybody's head. And as soon as we got onto here, he said, hey now.
You know, because it struck a nerve. It struck a nerve from my past.
jumped on us like, hey,
And
man, come on, man.
I'm taking points from you, and I'm trying to just defend and stop a conversation from happening.
Touche.
Trying
Come
to
on,
be
black
touche.
man.
See?
Come on,
Touche.
black man.
Thank you, man.
Touche.
Hey, also,
Sometimes
Two guys
you just-
attacked
We're
one guy.
we're
You was like, I
light-skinned.
gotta defend him.
We're both light skinned.
Okay.
We both part of the Big
You
Brother
only
coalition.
light-skinned guy
Brennon
in
just
here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you just
And
say
we-
we both
No.
light-skinned?
We both light skinned. We
I like
both
he
part of
took
the
it
Big
colors.
Brother coalition.
You took it colors?
We both got the same teeth. We both got baby teeth. I don't know if y'all know.
Yeah, baby, too, a little more mature than
There it
mine,
is.
man. Look at
There it is.
look
Get
at my-
him.
I wish this tooth is just in the teenage years forever.
He got a
I'm gonna
little-
get some veneers.
He got a little chick up there. He was like, I can't come down. I'm chilling with my chick right now. I'm chilling with my chick.
Brussels sprout up here. That you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some mature teeth out here. Man.
Oh, this is
The point I was
good
trying to
stuff.
make is that we can watch a movie like John Wick,
There you
and
go.
he killed 100 people.
Yep.
And
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
It's rated R, but they still let us see it.
I love
but
it.
anything like that shows nudity or something like that, they blurring out on regular TV and stuff like that. And my thing is, what are our kids? Well, now they will or more likely to encounter gun violence, but more than likely they're going to encounter a sexual experience or an encounter before anything else. But that's the stuff that we blur out. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about sexuality. When it is brought up, then parents are mad. You trying to tell my kid to be gay. You trying to tell my kid to do this or that or the other.
Don't breastfeed
and it's
in
like,
public.
yo, I get it. I completely get it. Raise your kids the way you want to, but allow them to absorb the information or hear the information so they can make an informed decision.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's about. It's not about taking... Censorship is cool, but one of the things about Amsterdam, everything is available. All the drugs are available. Laughing gas, weed, coke, all this shit is available. When you take out the allure of these things, then
Yeah.
it doesn't become as sensational.
Yep.
And so you can make
Agreed.
an informed decision on what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and that type of thing. So that's what I was just saying, like, we
How many
pick
times
and
have you-
choose about that censorship, like you said.
How many times have you done something simply because It was
You're
prohibited.
not supposed
Yeah.
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, when I was
man, so
19,
many
20
bitches.
years old,
My
oh,
God.
ha!
Yeah.
So many bitches I fucked because another bitch was getting
Man, oh man.
I don't even know what you're talking
You
about.
wanna start
Oh
talking-
my God.
This is how the church
yeah,
girls thing
yeah.
became a thing. It's like once you start talking about, hey, church, you not allowed to do any of that. Now
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all of it.
Right.
You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
like, I'm a PK now? Oh, here's the thing with church, because I know church, man. Oh, if you a drummer, you a hoe. If you a church girl, you a hoe.
Hoe,
It's
right.
all that stuff. So it's like, you know what? They was like, well, I'm going to be that. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to have to serve.
You over the drummer?
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
I'm beating these drums.
Then.
I'm beating these drums right now. You want some-
That is
What else I'm
absolute-
about to beat?
You put the bubble, you make the bubble small enough, people want to get outside the bubble.
Yeah.
You make the bigger bubble bigger, then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
You comfortable
man,
there. You
you're
ain't
more
trying to do it.
comfortable.
Were you the drummer?
100%.
I was the singer.
Singers got it too, though.
You know what? You know what's
Singers
crazy?
got them too.
You know where I got most of my, oh gosh, I was about to say most of my action. That was crazy.
It's facts.
Thank you, God, for healing me from that.
Wow.
Facts.
Shut your
already-
whole ass up.
I was in church 4 days a week, yo. I didn't know where I was about to go with this.
For a fact,
Bro.
some chicks lit in this DM was like, "I'll fuck you if you talk like Denzel the whole time."
Yo, we talked about that.
Yep.
And you know what? We're not gonna talk about that right now. But yeah, nah. You know what? A lot of my attention came from older women.
Yeah.
Older women in the church.
100%.
Bless your heart, child.
My
I love older
God.
women.
Oh, I love how
I
you sing.
loved older women,
I love
man.
how you
They
sing. What
are-
else can you do?
They are.
That's a whole nother conversation
Yeah, it
right there.
is.
We about to get in a
All
whole
right,
nother
listen,
thing
we've been
right
here
now.
for almost 2 hours.
Oh, we gotta stop. Yeah.
Y'all had an amazing
Why don't we
time,
talk
I
about
hope,
older
watching. We had an amazing time with you guys. I want you to know that you're going to see G King on some, C King on some of these promotions.
G King.
It's a comic named G King.
Baker's
And
Dozen.
I knew him before you, so I always end up calling you G King. But you're going
All
to
right, you can get it.
see
Come on.
C
Big up
G
King
King.
Come on, you can do it.
on some of the promotions I'm about to do for the Tag Up Show, which is July 3rd.
Amen.
Get your tickets. The link is in my stories. It's also on my link tree on my Instagram page. Get your tickets for that because it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I came to see King. I said, hey, man, listen.
Look at him.
I'm trying to entice you with something. I need something from you. If you can do some drops for me for my upcoming show, I can pay you what you charge, or I can give you these nice ass glasses. I had just bought a pair of glasses, Carrera glasses, and they look good in the store. And I got home and they just did not.
Look at C King right now.
They just didn't look right on me. They were too big for my face. But
he's
now
just
C
like,
King has
these-
taken the glasses and
How you feeling?
I just want to say to my manager, if you're watching this, I'm gonna give the glasses back and take a check. If you're watching this, I remember watching Questlove talking about how he did studio work for Patti LaBelle's Cooking, and it did not turn out good. So I'm saying on camera that after this is over, I'm giving the glasses back.
Oh, this is.
You want to bet?
I'm saying on camera that I'm giving the glasses back and that Tahir will actually pay me for the drops. This
Yes.
is what I'm saying.
Because I will. And because he already came in with some nice ass glasses. Brennan has his glasses right now. I was looking at these glasses when you walked in. I didn't get a chance to say nothing. I was like, he put them glasses down.
Shout
I'm
out
feeling the motherfuckers.
shout out to Overlook Frames. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Shout
Show
out to
people.
Overlook Frames for blessing me with these beautiful shades. I've had these shades on all weekend, and I've gotten several compliments. So thank you so much, Overlook Frames on IG. Y'all have me looking like Morris
Somebody.
chest hairs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm Fat Cloud in this hole. You know what I'm saying? Fat Cloud.
Bro, that has to be your alter ego, man. You gotta troll that.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You gotta troll that.
I'm
man.
gonna
he
come with
did-
a neck scarf next time.
When he did the bun, I lost it.
yeah.
Bro.
I saw him over here doing something. He was like, I'm Fat Cloud. And he did I was like, oh, you got to do
No,
this
bro,
on
you
camera,
have to
baby.
do a series, Fat Geo.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Fat
saying?
Geo.
Geo.
Fat Geo. All the food
Yeah,
places.
Hippos, we doing fat
Rhino.
Rhinoceros.
Snorlax.
Rhinos, Snorlax, we doing Pokemons out here.
Fat cats. All of that shit.
Shoot.
That's great.
Insane.
Well, listen, man. We're about to sign off, man. C King, you want to hit the people, tell them what you got coming up, what they can find, what they should look out for, and where they can find you.
Thank you so much, man. You can find us. I wasn't gonna say this, but there are 2 special things happening July 6th, and you don't want to miss neither one of them. If you don't have the Kev on Stage Studio app, make sure that you get it so that you can watch the beautiful show that they were talking about earlier.
Honeydew List.
Come on now, Honeydew List. You don't want to miss it. Honeydew that right away. And also, Wildin' Out is premiering. Our 20th season.
20th. That's
20th
crazy.
season is premiering on BET for the first time. So make sure that y'all catch that. Or
sure.
I don't know if y'all still DVR stuff. Also, I actually missed the premiere of Dope Kings. Excuse me. I am in a movie called Dope Kings. I have a small scene in there, but it aired the 23rd, so I'm super proud of that. I have a couple things going on, but Wildin' Out being the best thing in my life right now as far as work is going on. And I'm honored to have been able to experience the BET Awards 2023. It's supposed to be culture's biggest night, honoring the legend Busta Rhymes. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it already because it was yesterday. I am honored to be on Damn Internet You
Come on,
Scary.
man. Let's go, everybody. Thank y'all, man. Thank you for coming, brother. I'm so glad we got a chance to get you in studio. When Hippie said C King is in town and I'm gonna book him, I was ecstatic. And I know Pat hates that he missed it, but he's a little under the weather with his traveling. But man, it was an absolute
Pat was
honor to
here.
have you here
Thank you, man.
in the studio, brother. Your energy is amazing. It's infectious. And if you lived in LA, I know we would be hanging out a lot. Okay?
Brennan is going to get me to move to LA. Brennan is
There it
recruiting
is.
me to LA.
I am.
Look, if you just send me
Bro,
apartment
I
under
had
two
one
grand-
night in New York. How much fun was that?
It was so okay. I had to count that. We had mad fun. That
We
was
got lit,
Where?
that was
Where
fire.
were we? I don't even. We were
We was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we was in
Oh,
Brooklyn.
New York. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was in there.
I barely go to Brooklyn, and Brennan was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be at this bar." I said, "I'm going."
We
I
got-
love Brooklyn. Don't get me wrong.
we
I love
got
Brooklyn.
lit.
We were going crazy in this little narrow bar.
It
but
was
we
so
was turned
fun.
up. Look, hey, Brennan, you showed me an apartment under $2,000.
We can make it happen.
Yeah,
you
we can
remember
make
my
it.
old place when
he's
they brought the
put him-
cameras and shit?
yeah, just put him in
That was a
K-Town.
2-bedroom, and it was 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and that was $1,776.
Bruh.
Yeah,
It
just
ain't
like
that, it ain't that anymore.
When I moved out, they absolutely went in.
I said,
We
look,
went
man,
there for a while, yeah.
K-Town is where everybody starts. It'll be a good time.
Yeah,
Okay.
K-Town is good, but you can also find something in Burbank. Probably you can find something like
Yeah,
I
you
would
can
I would
find
encourage
something.
Burbank. You get better
Burbank.
bank for your money in Burbank.
Nice.
Yeah,
That was
good
quick.
job. Yeah.
That was quick.
I got it from him. He said better bank. I was like, yeah, you absolutely get that. But yeah, man. So make sure. Where can they find you at? Drop all your socials.
You guys can find me on Instagram at IAM_CKING. You can find me on TikTok at IAM_CKING. You can find me on Twitter at IAM_CKING.
2 underscores.
Yeah, because somebody decided to take the name.
Of course they did.
You also can find me on season 18, 19, 20, and 21 of Wildin' Out. More to come and more of me to love.
Hey,
There it is.
Fat
All
Cloud in the building.
right. Who we got next? You want to go, Brennan, or Mark? You want to go next?
He's pointing at me, so
All
I
right,
just
go
said,
ahead, Brennan.
"Hey guys, hi guys, how you doing? It's Brennan. You can find me on Instagram at Brennan Produces. That's BRENNON Produces.
Formerly Mr. Producer Face.
Formerly Mr. Producer Face, and also shout out to my dad retiring from General Motors after
Hey,
41 years.
Hey, 41
This Friday is his last day.
Are they gonna give him like a free car or
They
something?
ain't giving him shit, bro. They gave him a plaque and say, "Get the fuck out, Negro."
Hey,
But I'm
listen.
actually flying home, just taking him to
Are
dinner.
you?
That's terrible how
does
they
he-
treat people, man.
terrible.
Makes me
Why-
sad.
When he got a month. I mean, a week left.
He's leaving on Friday.
Man, we should go up there and get a car.
I'm
He
literally
still got the discount.
I'm pulling up.
He got the discount
No, I
until he
do.
retired.
I can get the discount for sure.
Okay, we'll
Where's
talk
he at?
after this.
I
Huh?
heard
In Michigan.
discount.
In Michigan.
Discount for the new car.
How much of a
Yep.
discount?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'm in.
It's pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Dang. Yeah, you did buy that. Okay, sorry. My bad.
right.
Love you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is your boy Dave Chappelle. You tuning in to Damn Internet You Scary.
You didn't even get to do his.
Yeah, you doing yours? You doing
Oh,
yours?
sorry.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to follow that?
Mark,
I got nothing.
He gonna bring it back. He'll just do
Okay,
it
no,
again.
I'm only joking. So before I close, I want to bring my brother in real quick. Honestly, that's why I asked to go last. My business partner, my twin, and I say it that way because I had to bring him in because obviously Tahir knows you better than me.
This is Mark, Matt's brother.
Yeah. So this is what he said.
Yeah.
Literally, the beginning of the show. I had to bring you in for that.
That's how I met him. This is my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, this is Matt's brother.
Yeah, so that I had to say that. But anyway, follow me on Wesley, the producer, on Instagram and GLR Films. That is myself and my brother's production company.
Tell him what GLR stands for.
Yeah, if you say Girly Films,
Girly
we gonna be
So many people see Mark's car.
Yo, I drive around with personalized license plates. That thing says GLR Films, and some
people
cat
still
walks up
say-
like, "What is that?
He was walking his dog. He was walking his dog, and Mark's car was at our place, and he was like, I'm trying to, because there was a couple people there, and one of them that likes to place is Dancer for Life. You can read that one.
Yep.
He's like, I got this one, but this one I'm trying to figure, is that girly films? I was like, yes, it is. They make very girly films.
Yeah. Now everybody calls it Girly Films. All my
Even
friends,
though it's
all my
GLR.
people. GLR is now
That's the
Girly
crazy part.
Films.
Tell them what it stands for, though, so they don't know.
Good Luck Road. Yeah, Good
Mm.
Luck Road Films. It's actually the street that I grew up on. A lot of people always ask me, where did that name come from? It's the street I grew up on, myself and my
grew
brother.
up on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good Luck was the name of the road?
Yeah, so if you're from the DMV, if you're from PG County, you know, like
Wow.
Good Luck Road is actually a very pivotal road in PG County. That's the road that we grew up on. My teenage years, that's when I figured out what I wanted to do with my life. That's when we both were like, yo, we're going to come out to LA and we're going to make a career out of this. And
That's
so
dope.
that's where our production company name came from. I do the film side. My brother does the photography side.
Dope.
But, yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
I actually need to put, because I have the pictures from Farron's birthday party, and I posted some, she posted some. I'm going to put the whole folder in the Patreon.
Yeah.
And more on my Patreon, so you guys can see all of it, because it's too many pictures for me to try to pick through and post. It's just too many. You took some really fucking dope pictures, man.
appreciate
the
you,
one
bro.
with me and Farron walking in,
Yeah.
it
Oh.
looks like
Yeah.
a CD cover,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
the
It
shit
does.
is amazing. I
Yeah.
just went through them again
Yeah,
and
it
saved
does.
something to my phone, because you did that.
Yeah.
You did that. And this is Matthew, who we met in Tasha Smith's acting class
Like
over 10 years
over
ago.
a decade ago.
over 10
Yeah.
years ago. And we've just been cool and connecting and everything. So super dope guy, man. Thank you for being here. You want to drop your socials too?
Good Luck Road. That's my IG. But real quick, now I kind of wanted to brag on my brother real quick.
Come on, man, talk that
he
shit.
He don't boast a lot, so I gotta do it for him.
You do.
Yeah. So, like you said, I introduced you to Tahir. Tahir, you introduced him to Brennon, and he's just been running ever since. Like, when he's given an opportunity, this man could do some great things. We spend a lot of time, working out at the gym. We're going over ideas, and I be conscientious about it. Like, I don't want to be a yes man. I just want to tell him, nah, man, that idea is stupid. Can't do it. But he brings a lot of great ideas, great concept to work. And yeah, I'm just excited for you. Everybody see Honeydew List.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited about. When I tell you, I didn't know Mark created the show until after I did it. I was like, this is a fucking amazing show. I was like, how did Melissa come up with this? And somebody was like, no, this is Mark's show.
I think
Yeah.
Farron was the one who told you.
Yeah.
Farron was like, that's Mark's show, right?
I
was like,
did not know, man. You got a hit on your hands, bro.
yeah, you don't know
I'm
the
very-
show, don't know my middle name.
Come on, man.
I'm staying on top
But
of
did
that.
I come through?
You
did I come?
did. You
Okay,
did.
then. That's all that matter, right?
Something like that.
We all ignorant to the shit we don't know.
Yeah, Matt
But I
together.
found out, and I was like, boom.
Y'all better not call him
on.
swaying in chat.
You
Y'all better
sneaky
not call him
bastard.
sway.
I'm taking this hat off. I'm taking all the glass.
Y'all
I'm taking all this
better not.
off, man. We going
Y'all
out.
better not.
We closing out like this here, son. I'm outside. Don't call me no sway. All right, man. Wrap
never
it up.
takes the
Wrap
hat
it up. I never take the hat off.
Never take it.
I
The only
never
time
take
I've
the
really
hat
seen
off.
Mark with the hat off is at
tell
this
him.
party. At this party. This is the picture I was talking about.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, the party.
That motherfucker. That picture right there.
Wait, hold on. Did he do the villain origin picture that you posted on Twitter?
Which one was that?
It said if you had a picture of a villain picture, post your villain picture.
Oh, no. I forgot who took that. I think Josh took that one.
Okay.
Josh took that one. Yeah. Josh Ortiz took that one. Actually, I think it was
fire,
Josh. Yeah, but yeah, amazing shit. Amazing shit's going on. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. We are at 2 hours and 2 minutes. Shit, I am sorry, Cam. I apologize, man. Had an extra 30 minutes hostage. Shout out to our special guest today, Brennon Edwards. We got Mark Watson. We got. Mark Wesley?
Yes.
Okay, no, hold on now. Because your name is Watson in my phone.
That's right.
Okay, but you go by Mark Wesley.
Mark Wesley Watson.
Yeah.
So you want all three.
Oh God.
No, just the first two.
Mark Wesley.
Mark Wesley.
So that's what you go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Watson is your last name.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
So you made me seem like I was saying a foreign name is just a preference.
It's a preference.
Okay,
It's a
got it.
long story.
Okay, but again, I got all three right though.
We're closing out this show.
I didn't
y'all
say
really
Mark
got the-
Williams. I didn't say Mark Wesley Williams.
Mark Wesley Williams is what he said. I didn't
Yo.
want to put you on blast because that's what he said.
What, when
he
I
was
first
at
got
Mark. He's like, isn't it Mark Williams? Mark, what's your middle name?
No,
bruh,
I
don't
thought
talk
that
to
was-
me.
I thought that was-
I'm out of here.
Hey,
No.
if
Yeah,
y'all really
I'm so
fans, then after
done.
this goes off, y'all can watch the whole arm wrestling session that's gonna go on after
I'm
this.
winning that too. I'm winning that too. I promise.
We
you
putting
that.
on the gloves.
Mark
after
is,
this.
Mark is built like a thumb, strength wise.
I'm gonna break his
A
arm.
thumb is strong. A thumb is strong. It's your strongest digit.
What?
This
I'm
nigga, he's got
gonna
the strength of
break
a
his
thumb.
arm.
I'm not gonna hold it.
I'm gonna
Why would you want to do that, man?
because
Come
you call
on.
me Mark Williams.
Look, he done picked up the
I
Mad
did like I
Dog.
didn't.
He done picked up the
The
Mad
Mad
Dog.
Oh no, I definitely ain't doing that.
Mad
I ain't
Dog
on wrestling while this nigga
2020.
drinking the
He
MD.
mad, dog.
Thank y'all so
Oh,
much for
man.
watching another episode of Damn
I'm
Internet,
mad,
You
dog.
Scary.
Woo.
Shout out to
Damn,
the Scary
Internet.
Squad. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to our special guest here today. I love y'all. We'll see you next week on another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. Peace, guys.